seconds. We've got Port Adelaide and Hawthorn playing in an AFLW final next week. It's a great rivalry between the two clubs, but ultimately I think Port Adelaide could play anyone on Gatherround and it would be a sellout.
1 in 4 Australian workplaces is not monitoring the prevalence of sexual harassment and discrimination. But a new report from the Workplace Gender Equality Agency shows most employers have made the first step, implementing policies to prevent sexual harassment. Chief Executive Mary Wooldridge says in the past, employers have focused on responding to harassment rather than prevention.
And what the new results show from reporting of employers to the Workplace Gender Equality Agency is that mostly there's a lot of activity happening, but we do need to see more from leadership, particularly directors of organisations.
Cuba has been rattled by 2 powerful earthquakes. The 6.8 and 5.9 magnitude quakes were recorded an hour apart. The tremors felt in the nearby US, with buildings swaying in Miami. Now turning to 5AA sport, and tickets are now on sale for the 2 AFLW semi-finals this weekend. The Crows play Freo at Norwood Saturday afternoon and Port meet Hawthorn at Icon Park on Saturday night. In the WBBL, the Adelaide Strikers are in action next hour. They play the Renegades at Karen Rolton Oval. Alex de Minaur's horror record against Yannick Sinner has continued at the ATP finals, and pressure is mounting on Ange Postecoglou at Tottenham after a shock 2-1 loss to EPL newcomer Ipswich Town. Now checking 5AA traffic.
With hundreds of ways to save every day, it's better to be a member with RAA Rewards.
At North Adelaide, a crash to look out for. Fitzroy Terrace near Park Terrace, 1 car blocking the left-hand lane onto Torrens Road. Adelaide 500 road closures have kicked off again for the year, so look out for big detours and delays around Kettleville Terrace, Hutt Street and Wakefield Road, and Seaton, Burst Watermain, Tapley's Hill Road just before Trimmer Parade. Camera 2 this afternoon, Barracks Road at Hope Valley. Enjoy 10 times Flybuys points on selected drinks at Liquorland, like a 4-pack of 375ml cans of Vodka Cruiser Double Guava. Ends Tuesday. Choose to drink wise. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA weather.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
A shower or 2 this afternoon, sunny tomorrow, 26, Wednesday, partly cloudy, 23, Thursday, partly cloudy, 24. Right now it's 30 degrees. Now let's check what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglis. Tonight, South Australians pause on Remembrance Day to pay tribute to those who made the ultimate sacrifice. The Gather Round fixture confirmed. We'll reveal when you can buy tickets. Aldi under the microscope with the ACCC's supermarket inquiry. And the Emperor Penguin that swam to Australia all the way from Antarctica. 9 News. Your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 Now.
Stay informed, get involved. 5AA, always Adelaide. The 5AA Sports Show.
Get around the little bar!
Stephen Rowe and Tim Jennifer.
It's a beauty!
Oh yes, it's a nice day across Adelaide for this Monday. Good afternoon on the back of a jam-packed weekend of sport. So much to take out of the last couple of days in the elite level and the local level. Of course, we love your thoughts, opinions, your stories from the weekend of sport, be it at professional or your own sport across the weekend. Sharing with us, Rowey, Timmy G, good afternoon.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. It's the 11th of the 11th, and at 11 a.m. we observed 1 minute's silence to acknowledge and honour and remember those who served our country in all wars, conflicts, peacekeeping operations, and lest we forget. Rowey, welcome.
Oh, beautifully said, Timmy, and well started. I was with Stacey. I've got about 23 workers, and I've never missed it. Generally, I'm here, and I'm able just to walk down to the memorial there. Yep. And I've got family members that we obviously lost in World War II. And it is the most significant day, the Armistice Day, the Red Poppy Day. And I thought I'd not say anything. And there was me and a couple of others, which were the elderly ones in the front office. So I spoke to a couple of the lads. They range from about 18 to, say, 30 years of age. Not a clue.
No. And that's,
and it's disappointing.
Yeah, it's something, I suppose.
Not a clue and not even interested in it.
You hope that your parents pass it on. That's the thing. You sort of hope that it gets passed on.
It should be parents number 1, schools number 2.
Yeah, and that's a good
and
point
and
well.
us number 3.
Yeah, so
lest we forget.
We forget.
Well, some have.
Like I know I've told you, you've done it as well, having gone and been through the Somme.
Oh,
and
God.
I was out of season, but there was still a few poppies remaining, and they just stand out.
They do.
They're unbelievable to see.
The fields of Flanders were just full of red poppies.
And
it's an emotional thing, isn't it?
Incredible, yeah, it was. And Adelaide United, hats off. I was there, obviously, Saturday night for that game.
Well.
They do the remembrance game. They have the Australian Defence Force play the Adelaide United Legends.
Yep.
And the Defence Force got up, which is probably a good result. And I think the fitness level, perhaps, of the Legends might be questioned. But it was a really good ceremony prior to the game, and they had a flyover and everything, and it was just had the Veteran Affairs Minister, MP Joe Sockarch there as well.
But it shouldn't be sport that carries the can for that, and it shouldn't have to be a public holiday for us to carry the can for it, because we have a public holiday for Good Friday. People aren't religious. We have Christmas Day. People aren't religious. Boxing Day. There's Anzac Day. You shouldn't have to have a holiday to make it known. This is something that needs to be taught and passed on, and as it says, we will remember them.
Correct. No, spot on.
No, well done.
Hey, did you have a good weekend anyway? What'd you do?
Yeah, I did. Went fishing on Saturday.
I thought you did. Yeah. You looked excited.
Yeah, filled the boots up.
Yeah, well done, mate. Good work.
Bit tired today. Have you seen me yawning out there?
A little bit T&E, I reckon.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make a new rule. Only one bottle of Aperol on the boat.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Because I showed you.
Is that per person?
I showed you the aftermath.
Oh, God, John. I tell you
look,
I'm glad you caught some fish.
Yeah, no, well done.
Well done.
One day I'll bring in some fillets.
I know we love Mondays, 8223 0000. We love people getting involved for the $50 Powers voucher. Local legends. We like to hear about local stories and the like.
We always love local legends.
You may have heard Friday that I had to fill in for tennis.
Yes, and you're not walking well.
Well, I'm not even walking well, let alone being able to run around. So,
what saw you back?
Judy called,
and you answered that call.
I answered that call and dragged another bloke out with me who's had a hip replacement.
Were you on grass or hard court?
We were right next to a grass court, on hard court though. So I was looking forward to maybe falling over on the grass. Div 6 it was, yeah, and they were all of what, let's say under 30. Their team,
and they ran you around. So did you channel Federer, Rafa, or Djokovic?
I think more maybe Larry out the Three Stooges.
Or maybe McEnroe just throwing rackets.
I got beat 6-4 on the singles and 2-1 in the doubles. But hey, put up a fight. That was the main thing. It was in the spirit.
I'd expect nothing else.
58 versus 22-year-old. Yeah. So anyway, I went into the club afterwards, and it's Woodville O'Ryan right on Oval Avenue there, right next to the footy club. And great fellas. Had a chat to them. I know Brian, if you're listening out there, and Vic. But they were telling me about this old fella they've got in their team still. I think he's over 80-something, and he's 2 games away from playing 1,000 tennis matches.
That's unreal.
So he's 998. I said, well, look.
We'll get him on the 1,000th.
If he makes it, we'll get him on the show, I said. We'll get him on the show. So
but they're local legends. I love those stories.
I love that
Well
stuff.
done. We'll get him on.
Absolute champion. Hey, the Gather Round came out, all the news. I saw it this morning. I sort of picked up the paper and then had a look, and I was excited about, yes, the Barossa Valley get 2 games. You ripper. Let's have a listen to the CEO and Premier.
The jewel in the crowd is what is going on behind me. It'll be the 2 matches right here at Lingdock.
When this game of AFL was played in the Barossa Valley, the rest of the country will know where it's being played, in one of the most beautiful wine regions anywhere in the world.
Yeah, so they're very excited about that, and I was too. I thought this is going to be really good, and I'm excited. I thought they'll get 1, but to get 2 was really exciting. What I wasn't excited about was when I saw Port Adelaide right at the last game, 6:50 on a Sunday. I thought, you stitched us. I'm not happy with this at all. Well, Andrew Dillon, let's have a listen to his reasons.
The final that they played, but also the game that Port and Hawthorn played earlier in the year where Port kicked 2 goals in the last 22 seconds. We've got Port Adelaide and Hawthorn playing in an AFLW final next week. It's a great rivalry between the 2 clubs, but ultimately I think Port Adelaide could play anyone on gather round and it would be a sellout.
So is he taking Port fans for granted and just saying, I will slot them in the worst slot? And that's, 6:50 on a Sunday, great for a TV audience in a state. Not great for the locals.
No.
Not great for the locals at all, I don't think. So I think they've sort of almost given us a stitch up on that.
So Crows top it and Port tail it. It's a top and tail. 8223 0000. I think TV again has dictated gather round fixture. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Premier has also had a few comments on the scheduling.
And then to finish the whole weekend with what is now, one of the biggest contests in footy with Port Hawthorn. I mean, that'll sell itself. I know the AFL fined Kenny, but at least it builds the pump up for the Sunday night game. That's not a criticism, by the way. Actually, yes, it is.
Well done, Pete.
Yeah, well, I think he's right. Absolutely. You know, so, that's the irony. And we said it, Rowey, when it happened.
Yes, we did.
We said 20 grand fine. And I said, you know what'll happen? Port Hawthorn, you said 100% it will. Yeah. They'll pump it up, they'll show vision of it, and get it all happening. And it's like, well, what do you want? Your cake and eat it.
Yeah, it's double standards. For those that forgot, Ken Hinkley, after the game, got fined $20,000 for making a plain action because Jack Gitterman shot his gob off. He walked out on the go and went like that, put his arms out.
And then Sicily got involved. And
$20,000 fine for the look of the game. Now the AFL is promoting that and gather round on a Sunday to tail gather round. It never ceases to amaze.
So
you're not happy with that, are you?
If Alanis Morissette was here, it'd be in her new song. It's isn't it ironic? It'll be right in there.
So let me get this right. Channel 7 next year are pushing a new time slot, and they want that time slot Sunday night.
Which I understand from a Channel 7 point of view. A Sunday night time slot will be great for ratings.
It'd be great for TV ratings,
Correct.
not bums on seats.
Not bums on seats.
So again, they're taking us South Australians for granted because what did our Premier
as you
say?
know,
We turn up.
Yeah, and the
Port turn up and Crows turn up.
And the 11 game members all have to buy tickets because it's not part of their package.
That's exactly right.
So it's like we're just assuming you'll come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. What I also don't like, we've got the India test in Perth in 11 days' time. Now, there's good news and bad news. I'm going to give you the good news first.
Please.
Nathan McSweeney won the battle for the opening spot.
Being able to perform pretty consistently over the last couple of years in Shield cricket, I feel like my game's constantly getting better and I'm improving, and I feel like I'm playing probably the best cricket I have.
Yeah, so he's got the nod, and I think,
and rightly so.
I think he's going to put his head down, and hopefully it's a really good debut for him. But the bad news in cricket, I suppose, is we lost the one-day series to Pakistan 2-1. I think the first game we were lucky to win. We had to get out of jail
to grind out of 20.
It's the first time in 22 years that we've lost to Pakistan in a one-day series here in Australia, and I think they got what they sort of deserved. They didn't take it. I don't think they took it very seriously. I think they
it's either
they didn't promote it.
Well, it's either fixturing or it's rotations and selectors. Now, was I led to believe that Pat Cummins, Steve Smith, Marnus Labuschagne and Mitch Stark didn't play in the
Hazelwood.
Perth one? And Hazelwood. And they were all seen at the Coldplay concert?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Or did I just
I don't know.
Draw a long bow there?
Gee, I would like that not to be true.
No, but don't take the mickey out of us as fans.
Yeah.
Promote it, make it free to air, get bums on seats and play to win.
Well, unique home-style food text from Terry. The Australian one-day side got what it deserved. Yesterday, they left half the side out. Very bad fixturing, in my opinion, and no promotion. And there was another one saying they went on Friday night, and it was not advertised. Day-night cricket witnessed such a pathetic batting effort by Australia. No one took responsibility to actually do the hard yards and stay out there and bat. They all play the same game, and no one knows how to grind out an innings, says John.
Yeah,
spot on.
Text. Hey, can I just go back to the test squad? What's the obsession with Josh Inglis? He was named in the test squad.
Yep.
So 2 out, Warner's out, and Green's out.
Yep.
I bet you they play him.
Well, I think we got a text from our friend Mouse. He reckons it's going to be at the expense of Marnus Labuschagne, which I've got to say Marnus isn't in great form and he hasn't been putting the runs on the board. But there is a distinct obsession with him, and it's like they pushed Alex Carey out of the T20 and one days for him, and I'm not sure that's been a great. Alex Carey's a far better glove.
Oh,
far better. I'm talking wickets above.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
There's that, and Carey's making runs.
Anyway,
I hope it reverses and Carey puts pressure on him in those other white ball games.
Kez is in very good form with the bat.
Yeah, so not good news there. But I'll tell you what, we weren't the only ones probably questioning it. Michael Clark, the ex-captain of Australia, he wasn't happy either.
If you win the series, if Australia won the first 2 games, then you can understand why they rest their big fish. But, mate, it's a series on the line. You can't expect the fans to want to come and watch one-day cricket. Like, we're bagging one-day cricket that no one's turning up, hasn't got the interest. I wonder why. I don't know. I just feel like we obviously don't care about losing that series. So don't ask the fans to spend their hard-earned.
Well said.
I think that was just about spot on.
Spot on.
Well played there. Quick home-style food text came in. Crikey, you Port Power mob, you whinge a lot. Move the Crows to Sunday night. I'll still rock up without saying anything. I'd like to see you in that slot, buddy. No worries. We'll swap you over. No worries. I'll take Thursday any day.
I think you'd rather Thursday than Sunday. And the other thing is, as a player, you've got to wait all the way through till Sunday.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever did it, but we often played on Easter Monday.
Yeah.
That was a killer.
Well, our last year, we played an Easter Monday in 1997 at Adelaide Oval.
And it's a long way. Oh. It's a long way.
That's why I retired.
I love it. Give us a call, 8223 0000.
Outstanding work. It's 19 after 4. Keep taking your calls during the show. Local legends. We'd love to hear your stories from your local sport on the weekend as well. There's so much coming up. We're going to speak, hopefully, to the Premier on the back of the Gather Round fixture a little bit later on the show. The mayors of both the Barossa and Norwood regions. We have Supercars driver Broc Feeney, Adelaide United's Ryan Kitto, and AFLW players from the Crows and Power, both into semi-finals this week. Hannah Munyard and Abby Dowrick. 8223 0000. It's all coming up.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Tune into the 5AA Sports Show each week for Where Are They Now? The sporting names you remember from the past, revisited. Thanks to Walco. A Walco pool blanket will keep your water clean, warm and prevent evaporation. Walco.com.au.
Hi, I'm Lynn Andrews. The Lynn Andrews team have seen a lot of change in real estate over the past 50 years, but one thing remains unchanged. Our passion to help people invest in their future. To build strong property portfolios in either the residential or the commercial sectors. Our commitment to property investment over the years means we have a wealth of knowledge to share. We're here to help you. Visit lynnandrews.com.au.
Our homes tell the story of our lives, of family gatherings and everyday moments. If home is where you want to grow older, then let My Care Solution assist you. We can provide support with everyday tasks to help you to live independently in your own home, surrounded by the people you love. Because if home is where you want to be, then let us help you stay there. Contact us to learn about our new client offer, available for a limited time. Search My Care Solution today.
The Velo Adelaide 500 is back from 14th to the 17th of November. Yeah, that's this week. 4 days of adrenaline-charged action in the heart of the city and more than 70 food and beverage bars. You're going to have a good time.
It is the greatest weekend. Sunday's just a ripper too. Catch up with old cobbers, soak up the vibes, hit the garden bar, and don't miss 2 big nights of concerts with Aussie icons like Crowded House, How Good, Cold Chisel on Sunday. God, I don't reckon it gets much better than that.
Good call. This is the final round of Supercars Championships, making these 4 days an end-of-year party that will kick off the festive season. So the Velo Adelaide 500, tickets from $39 plus transaction fee at Ticketmaster.
Listen carefully. You're hearing the last of the legendary Ram Hemi V8s. Get one before they're all gone. Visit ramtrucks.com.au today.
Today I'm talking to Tracy, who is one of Arbor Vitae's many happy customers. Hi, Tracy.
Hello, Lee.
Tracy, when did you start taking Arbor Vitae and what for?
I'm a cake maker by trade and suffered with sore hands for years, which is a common issue for my fellow bakers. They know how debilitating it is. A friend suggested I tried Arbor Vitae, and I can't believe how well it's worked for me.
And what benefits have you noticed about Arbor Vitae?
It was after my second bottle that I noticed the difference. My pain has all but disappeared. It's like a magic potion. I'm able to work with no pain. No stretch of the truth. It's worked so well for me.
Well, it's wonderful how much of a positive impact Arbor Vitae's had on your life. Thank you for your time, Tracy. Arbor Vitae is an anti-inflammatory supplement and it's now on sale at Chemist Warehouse, Australia's cheapest chemist. So now you know where to go for a great price. Chemist Warehouse. For more information, visit arborvitae.com.au. And remember, always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Everyday items locked in at low prices for longer. There's more ways than ever to save at Foodland.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
It's 23 minutes after 4. It's Adelaide 500 week. We have Broc Feeney from Red Bull Racing coming up shortly. And your calls, 8223 0000. Get involved. Love your takes from what's happened on the weekend of sport and your local legend nominations as well. If you and your mates had a good weekend, a bad weekend, we'd love to hear the stories either way. Stay listening during the show as well, because for the next 3 weeks, we're looking forward to doing this. We are giving you the chance to enter the standby list for the ultimate holiday cruise to Singapore, all thanks to Phil Hoffman Travel. All you have to do is stay listening for this cue to call.
Good afternoon, passengers. Please have your boarding pass and identification ready.
When you hear that, don't call now, but when you hear that, make sure you're calling in. Get you in the holiday mood.
How rude it was, not me, it was my food.
Let's check your traffic quickly.
North Adelaide, a crash to look out for. Fitzroy Terrace near Park Terrace. One car blocking the left-hand lane. Adelaide 500 road closures are up and running for another year, so look out for delays around Wakefield Road, East Terrace and parts of Hutt Street. And Seaton Perth Watermain, Tapley's Hill Road just before Tremor Parade. Busy Brighton Road, Brighton with a camera. Barracks Road at Hope Valley. Desire is in the detail with the Audi Q5 45 TFSI Quattro Dynamic Black at 85,900 drive away. Ends November 30. T's and C's apply. See website for details. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Just give you a quick weekend scoreboard. Adelaide Lightning went down 78-92 to the Perth Lynx. The AFLW Crows went down by 7 points to North Melbourne, but they'll get another chance against FIVEAA this Saturday afternoon at Norwood Oval, 3 p.m. Sam Tugwell, Jenny Williams covering that for 5AA. They'll also cover AFLW Port Adelaide, 24-point winners over Richmond in a cracking final. Great win by the girls, kicking 11 goals, 6 to 7-6. A great victory there. They'll move into a qualifying final as well. Semi-final. They played the qualifying into a semi, and all the best to them in that one against the Hawks. Adelaide United 2-1 against Western United.
Great win.
A great win. Good to get that win on the board too. Good reward for their efforts so far, and their Remembrance Day celebration ceremony was excellent. Adelaide 36ers defeated the Illawarra Hawks by 14 and played really win. This extends their winning record run at home to 10 wins. Yeah. It is phenomenal at the moment. And
Come on, boys.
They keep turning up and they keep going berserk. And of course, there's all those local heroes out there with their results. And I think we got one on the line now. Rowey.
Yeah, let's go to Finn. Hello, Scotty.
G'day, boys. How are we?
Excellent.
Now, I went out on Saturday to scope the local course to see, who I could see, what international sports star I could see. And I had a lot of sun cream in my eyes. And I was playing on the lawn court down at Woodville. I had a lot of sun cream in my eyes, but I was playing next to Roger Federer.
I was wondering where this was going. So a single hand backhand, Scotty, you're saying?
Mate, Timmy pulled out this shot that went over his head. He did a lob. Rather than do the tweener like a Nick Kyrgios, he grabbed both hands and looked like he was holding a fry pan and threw the ball over his head. And the bloke at net missed it. And I just nodded at him. I said, that was pretty impressive.
Scotty.
Did you win, Timmy?
No, I got beat 6-4, Scotty, but geez, he ran me around a bit, that lad. That was just one of the moments. Oh, that nearly killed me, that one.
That is funny.
But that was so funny because I got it back, I don't know how, and the poor bugger missed it. He completely missed it. He fresh-haired it. Oh, God, it was funny. Scotty, give me a nod. It was very good of you.
Well
I'll tell you
done,
what, your opponent, Scotty, he was a good supporter of mine. Chris, he was giving me unreal.
I'm glad I went down. I actually went down injured. I actually
I saw you. You're right,
PCL. I did the PCL, so that was the end of my tennis season. But no, he was a big supporter of you, and I thought it was a distraction, but I couldn't get the winner in the line either. So.
Yes, excellent, Scotty. Thanks for calling in, mate. Appreciate it.
Local
Thanks for
heroes.
embarrassing me,
Maxie.
Yeah, good day to you. So I wanted to talk about the test squad and also the selection of some players in the one-day team.
Yeah, go for it.
Quickly. The top four now, McSweeney's getting a go. His strike rate is only 41 in first-class cricket, so not the most exciting player.
Mm-hmm.
So the top four of the Australian batting team, they're all accumulators. So it's pretty boring to sort of watch the top four, so that you've got to wait till Travis Head and Mitch Marsh come out at 5 and 6 until you can see a bit of entertainment. But, they decided that they don't want an attacking opening batsman to go with Kawaja.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, he deserves a shot, I guess, McSweeney. So, see how he goes. He's not a South Australian. He's a Queenslander, but obviously played. Yeah. Anyway, but on to the one-day selection of some of the players. There's some real mediocre players going around in Australian cricket. What's his name? Aaron Hardy. McGurk is not up to this level. Matt Short he's never going to make it. And Sean Abbott, they should nickname him Santa Claus because he delivers Christmas presents. He bowls absolute long hop.
Thanks, Maxie.
Jeez, Max.
A few there.
Wow.
The thing about
Thanks, Max.
Max's point about the opener, nobody really put their hand up.
No.
That's what was probably a bit damning, was nobody was clear, give me a go.
Well, last year they were lining up. There was about 3 deep. Renshaw and Harris and Bancroft.
Nobody's making runs and nobody's impressing. So Max makes a fair point there. Let's go to Windvale. G'day, Rog.
How you going, dudes?
All right, buddy.
I'm really peeved with this blooming gather-round crap.
The slot? The time slot or something else?
School holidays, Rog, mate.
I'm a power supporter, and my missus is a Hawthorn supporter. I thought, we'll get a good game, maybe Saturday night.
Yeah.
Or maybe a nice game.
Yeah.
The right time frame. I got to start work at 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday.
Oh, that's not good.
And I rang my daughter. My daughter does all the ticketing and stuff like that because I'm an old fart, but I pay the bill.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, just get your mum a ticket and get yourself a ticket and go because I ain't going. Bugger the AFL.
That's a pity, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a shame.
Sorry, Rog, we're hard up against the 4:30 news. That is a pity. There's going to be a few people like that have got to work.
Well, I do.
Country folk off the land.
Yeah, I do appreciate it, school holidays, but it just does eliminate a few others, like Rog,
does.
that I thought, I'm with him, I thought Friday night or Saturday night. We've had a Saturday night and a Friday night, I reckon, Port, the last 2 years. Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Here's a text from Tim at Prospect. Hey, Rowey, did you watch the footy? This is Crows v North Melbourne, the AFLW. You called it semi. That Jasmine Garner can play. Yes, she can. She's a little gun.
Yeah,
I just want to, just on that game, why don't the best umpires umpire in the AFLW?
Oh, you got to gripe with what happened? There was one moment which really...
That was an embarrassment. So do they use the AFLW as an umpiring development ground?
I think there's some in there. Yeah, I think there are, but I know a lot of the SANFL umpires go in there.
Yeah, but this is what
and
I'm
I like
saying.
the SANFL umpires. I love the way they umpire.
Is there a 25-man panel AFL umpire panel?
Yeah, there's
do
a
any
squad.
of those men do the AFLW games?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't know for certain.
Well, so what are they doing? They're using it for practice for umpires, are they? Because it's deplorable.
Well, not all the time. Tim, I just will answer your question. No, Rowey didn't take your bet on, mate. He didn't, because he was going to bet you a black
Tim,
guts.
I'm not betting a black gut Shiraz over cheating.
Oh, no, well, it wasn't. You can't say that stuff.
I lost a bottle of black guts over that.
No, you would. No. You didn't. No,
well,
you
take
didn't.
that back.
You
You
didn't.
That. It was.
You didn't take the bet.
Comment.
You didn't take the bet.
I didn't take the bet.
Yeah.
But that umpire decision.
But Tim,
wow.
you are in good condition. Don't worry about that.
Thanks,
North
mate.
Melbourne are playing well.
All right, 4:30 headlines coming up. We'll speak to Broc Feeney ahead of the Adelaide 500 next.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. The man accused of killing a police officer's son at a city backpackers has fronted court and will remain in custody for at least 6 months. An adult has died after a truck ploughed into a kindergarten on the outskirts of Melbourne. A hero of the Vietnam War has been posthumously awarded Australia's highest military honour. And in sport, the Gather Round fixture for 2025 is locked in and includes 2 games in the Barossa. Now checking 5AA traffic.
It's better to be a member with RAA Rewards. Download the RAA app and start saving today.
Afternoon at Craigford's West to Breakdown on the freeway up track to the These Days ramp. Valley View crash there, Grand Junction Road near Walkley's Road with big delays. And the Adelaide 500 has big road closures around Decatable Terrace, the east end of the city and Parklands, just around Kent Town there. So avoid that if you can. Super slow on the drive home. Cameras, Montague Road, Modbury and Trimmer Parade at Seaton. Shell card is now accepted at OTR. Switch today to keep enjoying the locations, food and service you love. Visit shell.com.au/OTR. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, partly cloudy tonight down to 15, sunny tomorrow 26. Right now it's 30 degrees. We'll have more news at 5 and as it happens on 5AA.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
The Libs have had their posters cut down by the Electoral Commission at the Hallett Cove pre-poll. So the voting starts today in the Black by-election for people who want to get in early.
So you can only put them up by, 8 o'clock?
Yeah, they got them up too early.
Jeez, the Electoral Commission's they're going to be busy this week, the Electoral Commission, aren't they?
That's right.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
Since our show's been on, they've had about 3 things to investigate. Could be a long week.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
There's a new kid on the block at Wayville. Literally. Wayville Hyundai. Adelaide's newest family-owned Hyundai dealer has landed with the full range at 11 Goodwood Road, Wayville. Change the way you Hyundai at Wayville Hyundai. Driven by Australian Motors.
It's 2024 NAB AFLW finals time. This weekend, the action hits Norwood Oval as Adelaide takes on Fremantle in a huge clash. Finals footy is here. You won't want to miss it. For just $15 a ticket and under 18s free, it's your chance to experience AFLW Finals footy live and up close. So what are you waiting for? Visit women's.afl to get your tickets now. Finals. See you at the W.
See you at the W, yeah.
Well, when it comes to making your next party something really special and comfortable, using one of these little tarpy things to block out the winds make a big difference. We'll make a little difference, make some difference. But I want to make a big difference.
Correct, Wade. Absolutely. And the way to do it is with Big Difference Home Improvements. Now, especially when it comes to outdoor blinds. Call Big Difference Home Improvements and they'll see what a huge difference their outdoor blinds can make to your entertaining area. Now, this is rain, hail, shine, and we're going to get plenty of shine.
Now, there's people that do this, and then there's people that do this. Big difference are the ones. Now, you can't muck around with outdoor blinds. You need them supplied and installed by pros, like a team at Big Difference Home Improvements. Now, you'll love their end result. Outstanding service that they provide. The cost and the quality, close the book. There's no better.
Correct. Big Difference Home Improvements also make a big difference when it comes to roller shutters, carports, pergolas, verandas, and stunning timber decks. How good.
So don't just make a difference, make a big difference. Visit bigdifference.com.au for a free measure and quote or drop into the showroom at Blair Athol.
Go Vita, your local health food shops. Over 30 years health and wellness experience and over 300 natural health practitioners specialising in you.
Hi, I'm Sue from Go Vita Semaphore. For the moments when life gets too hectic, try NutriVital Premium Stress and Anxiety with ashwagandha, ginseng and sacred basil. 60 tabs, now $29.95. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Go Vita, Colonnades, Fairview Green, Marion, Mount Barker, Manopara, Semaphore and Tanunda.
It all started in the back shed. Maybe it started early. Or late. Either way, the Olympic Industries sale means there's no need to wait. With big savings on our entire range of SA engineered sheds, garages, carports and verandas, you can afford to start something big, tough, or tasty in your own backyard. Start something with the Olympic Industries sale. On now.
Everyday items locked in at low prices for longer. There's more ways than ever to save at Foodland.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
24 minutes to 5. We have Premier Peter Malinauskas and the mayors of both the Barossa and Norwood areas as the gather round fixture announcements were made today. Have your say on that? Have you seen it, Crows fans? Are you happy with Thursday night for a third year in a row up against the Cats? And Port Adelaide fans, Sunday night footy 6:50 game against the Hawks. Happy or unhappy? 8223 0000.
You know what's great?
Yes.
This weekend. You know what's great about this weekend?
The Velo Adelaide 500.
The Velo Adelaide 500. You can still get your tickets. There's concerts. It's one of the great weekends. And joining us is Red Bull Ampol Racing Gun. His name's Broc Feeney. Broc, thanks for your time.
No worries, guys. Thank you. It's exciting. Good time of the year.
Yeah. Are you here yet?
No, I'm heading down in the morning.
Okay. Now, you're going to knock your mate Brownie off? Can you win it?
I certainly can. I'm going to need a fair bit of luck on my side. But, look, the Adelaide 500 itself's a massive event. And and a big one to win. So for sure, that's certainly my goal. But look, we're still in the hunt for the championship, so it's exciting.
Yeah, he's only 180 points above. You know, in the F1s, they say, listen, you've got to make way for him. Do they do that with you guys, or it's just full tilt?
Well, this weekend it's full tilt because it's between me and him for the championship. So to be honest, I suppose we're sort of let off the leash a little bit this weekend, and we can race as hard as we want, which is exciting. But we've raced very fair and clean all year, so it's good to get to the last round. It's going to be one of us that wins the championship, so it's a great position for the team.
How have you seen your year? 5 wins, 4 poles?
Yeah, look, it's been good. Obviously, I'd rather be leading the points at this stage of the year, but look, we had a really good start to the season, racked up 5 wins pretty quickly. But look, it's been good. We've had our ups and downs. Unfortunately, we've had too many downs, but as I said, I'm super excited to head back to Adelaide. I've had a great run there in the past couple of years, so I'm just trying to get back up on that top step and finish the year off strong.
What do you reckon makes Adelaide unique, Broc?
The event itself is probably one of the best that we go to, and this year they've gone above and beyond again. So obviously 4 days on track, but the concerts, the party off the track, I mean, we've got supercars, sprint cars, supercars, it's all happening this year. So not only the action on the track's unreal, but off the track, it's like a theme park there. So it always makes a great event.
It used to be the first event of the year. Now it's the last event of the year. How do the drivers? I know Adelaide's considered one of the big events now in the 500s. Is it fitting that it's the last one?
Yeah, I truly think so. I think it's a great spot being the last. I think last year we had 250,000 across 4 days, so that's our biggest event of the year. So to finish there is unreal. In saying that, though, we all love starting at Adelaide because it really got the season hyped up. But what a great way to end the season. As I said, 4 days on track, and the concert normally on Sunday night. Last year was Robbie Williams. It's always a fantastic year, fantastic way to end the year.
It's a fair-looking trophy that you play for, too. The Velo Adelaide 500 trophy is a ripper. We had Brodie Kostecki bring it in the other week to promote it, and it's such a good-looking trophy. But he himself's found some form, so he might be trying to win it.
Yeah, look, everyone's trying to win the 500. It's one of the biggest ones. I was lucky enough to win it in my first season, so my first run at the 500. So I have the trophy that they give you to keep is currently downstairs on my kitchen table.
Oh, cool.
It's a bit broken at the moment, but it means a lot to win the 500. It's one of our biggest races of the year. So, look, every driver wants to win it. I got first. Last year I got second, so I'm pretty eager to get back up on that top step.
Yeah, I looked at your record here. It is outstanding, as you said, first and then second. It's a street circuit. Does that suit your style? They're tight, they're technical, and they're tactical, Broc.
Yeah, look, the team's always had a pretty good run at Adelaide, but I suppose I didn't really expect it. But the first year to get a win there was obviously unreal, and then to keep that ball rolling last year. So obviously the track does suit you. As drivers, you'd like to think that you're fast at every track, but for some reason, we obviously click at some more than others, but thankfully that's Adelaide for me. So obviously this year's pretty important, but next year we've got a new structure. It's going to be the last round of the finals, so it's certainly a good place to end the year for me.
Yeah, do you like that next year? It's going to be, well, it's dubbed the grand final. I mean, it's a grand final now because you're up against Will, but do you like the change?
Yeah, I do and I don't. Like, I understand why they're doing it. I think Adelaide next year is going to be phenomenal for drivers that can win the championship. But I also like the fact that, you know, if you put in the work all year, you win for most of the year, I think you're a deserving champion. So, look, there's pros and cons, but I think it's going to make the event even bigger next year, and the pressure is going to be on. To be honest, for me now, though, I feel like I'm in a similar position. This weekend, I have to pretty much win both races and you know, hope something doesn't go Will's way. And look, next year's going to be the same. You're going to have to win both races. So that's a good practice for me.
Yeah, well done. You're a nice guy. You're team-oriented. I'm going to throw to you a grab of your teammate, Will Brown.
I'm sure the gloves will come off a little bit at Adelaide and we'll both try and race as hard as we can. We'll make sure we don't run into each other, but it's exciting versing him, you know, for the championship going into the last one.
Gloves are off. Just T-bone him into the fence, Broc.
I thought he was going to say something bad about me, but that was all right.
Nah, your mates, I know that. But the gloves are... That's going to be exciting. Forget about that. You two are going to... Ken, as you said, just go for it.
Oh, 100%. I mean, for me, I have no option. You know, I literally have to go out and win on Saturday and hope Will finishes below third to even go into Sunday with a chance. So... look, you gotta see it to believe it, and you know there's certainly no giving up. So look, we're going to fight all the way to the end. As I said, I've got to go out and put on 2 pretty good performances to keep me in the hunt. So it's not over till it's over. I'll keep on fighting, and look, hopefully come Sunday afternoon, we can stand up on that top step.
Well, it's great to get you on, Broc. All the best. We love you guys coming into town and giving of your time as you always do, promoting your great sport for Red Bull, mate. Thanks for your time and well done.
Thanks very much, guys.
That's going to be game on.
Good
Brown
luck.
versus Feeney.
Good luck, yeah, absolutely.
Gloves off.
He's a ripper too, and I do remember him winning it. He was quite a fresh-faced young driver when he won that.
Wasn't he? Yeah. Wasn't he? Well, he won it and then second. He loves street circuits. Our special guest, Broc Feeney.
So keep an eye on the Red Bull racing cars on the weekend. It is currently 17-5. We'll check your traffic, get back to your calls on the other side of the break. 8223 0000.
At Crayford West, a breakdown on the freeway, uptracked in the Meeks Days ramp, pretty slow going there. Valley View crash, Grand Junction Road near Walkleys Road, and the Adelaide 500 road closures have come in again, so look out for heavy delays around Decatterville Terrace, Kent Town, and the east end of the city. Seaton Burst Water Main, Tapley's Hill Road just before Trimmer Parade with the camera tonight, Bartley Terrace at Westlake Shore. You wouldn't operate a chainsaw blindfolded, so why dig without searching before you dig first? If you don't, you're digging blind. Search before you dig online every time. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Don't just send it, ace it.
If your current job is driving you bonkers, get outdoors and hit the road. ACET Transport Solutions is growing and they need more drivers to keep their promise of perfect service. So, if you want a career that'll take you places, get in touch with the team at ACET Transport Solutions. Visit acettransport.au.
Don't just send it, ACET.
Some trades aren't interested in working hard, being on time. Tedious. Focused on keeping the client happy? Boring. At C&N Concrete Soaring, the only boring we do is through your concrete. C&N Concrete Soaring scan, cut, core and break concrete for pipes and cables in houses through to factories and everywhere in between. Call us old-fashioned, but we do what we say and we do it right. At C&N Concrete Soaring, boring couldn't be more exciting. Go to cnn.com.au.
And Aussie Christmas is all about the great outdoors, barbies, backyard cricket and days by the swimming pool. So why not give the gift of great outdoor furniture from Rosino Outdoor Furniture?
Yep, Rosino don't sell the boring stuff. Oh, no sirree. They offer designer look without the price tag. It means you don't have to spend the earth to get the good stuff. Now, Rosino have an incredible range, incredible prices as well. Everything's just about in stock, so they're ready to go. You can take it away, like the modular lounges, the extendable outdoor dining tables. They're really helpful when you've got more people coming over. You just extend it out. There you go. Perfect for the festive get-togethers and fit in those unexpected rallies you might roll up at the last minute on Christmas Day.
I haven't shared this with you, but Raz's, they've rung me. I'm their crash dummy for all their outdoor chairs.
Good idea.
Because when you've got a big bucket
is
like
that what it
me,
is?
I
Okay.
break
Yeah,
that many
you just-
chairs.
yeah.
I've sat on them, all of them. Haven't broken one.
You know
Top
what?
quality.
At least you'll do it in style.
They I've razzed them up. Razz up. So jump online to find some fantastic deals. Their quality is incredible. Yes. Just in time for Christmas, and razz up your Christmas shopping with Rosino Outdoor Furniture. Order now so your gift arrives in time. Visit rosinofurniture.com.au or call to their showroom. It's at Ashwin Parade, Torrensville.
Head to the gorgeous Adelaide Hills for the Oakbank Twilight Races this Friday. Gates open from 1:30pm with plenty of action on and off the track. Perfect for family Christmas parties with hospitality options available online. The Oakbank Twilight Races is family friendly with after-race entertainment including live band Purple Monkey. There's plenty of food options too with food trucks and pop-up bars. Tickets and hospitality options are selling fast. Visit oakbankracingclub.com.au now. Gamble responsibly.
At McGain Real Estate, we want to help you with the most important asset in your life. Your kids. It's tough right now. with the highest interest rate in years and house prices still booming. But it's also the perfect time to build a plan for your kids' future. Because the increased equity in your home could get your kids into theirs. Imagine being able to help your kids into their first home. Talk to them again. They have the way to make that happen.
Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local. Give lunch a spin at Roulette's Tavern with 10% off seniors lunches Monday to Friday. Roulette's Tavern, next to Pals, Kings Road, Parafield. Everyday items locked in at low prices for longer. There's more ways than ever to save at Foodland.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
It's 12 minutes to 5. We're taking your calls. Gather round. The fixture is out. 8223 0000. Thursday night for the Crows. Sunday night for Port Adelaide. You can have your say. What are your thoughts on it?
Absolutely. We've got a few unique home-style food texts. One of them says, Sunday at 6:50 is ridiculous time. I'll go because I got FOMO, but I'm not at all happy. Says that.
What's FOMO?
Fear of missing out. And this
My
one,
daughter says that. Is that what it means?
This one says, the thing I dislike about the Thursday night slot is it dictates your whole weekend. After the Carlton smashing in year one, oh, mate, up and about, loved it, attended as many matches as I could. This year, not so much.
I
love that.
Hello, Dave.
There you go, mate.
We're all yours. Gather round. What do you think?
I was just curious. I thought they're supposed to share around the grounds. I'm just a bit worried what's being played in Norwood all the time for. Don't want to show the rest of the state off.
Well, it's the best suburban ground in the Southern Hemisphere.
Dave, I'll answer that because I think the other party's a little influenced. But Dave, yeah, I'm with you. There was I spoke to a few clubs and I think they were all keen in putting their hand up and pitching for it. And I expected at least one game to perhaps go to another Sandford club locally, but not to be. We might be able to ask the Premier that one if he's able to come on.
And we got the Mayor as well. Well, Dave, we're unique. We being Norwood, our oval is right on the parade. They closed the street off. There's
no doubt it's a great venue for it.
That's
no doubt.
But, and I think it's.
But I think everybody was surprised it's two games again.
Was it the Food and Wine Festival again? That was probably a selling point to the state government.
Sensational.
Yeah. It went well, but you could do that with one game.
Mm-hmm.
Not two.
Definitely can.
And where would you put the other one?
Well, whoever
North,
actually presented the best.
And they're both day games that they've put on the schedule, so you don't need to have the fancy lights and things like that. AFL.
I'm pretty sure Sturt would have bidded because of their new surface and the like. They would have put their hand up.
Yeah.
I reckon North Adelaide definitely put their hand up.
Bidded.
I reckon Glenelg, who have hosted AFLW before, I reckon they would have put their hand up. So, yeah, there would have been a few.
All right, Dave, thank you. Let's go to Nan. Hello, Jack.
Stephen and Timothy, how are we this evening?
Good, thank you, Jack. Stephen and Timothy.
So we complained about the logo Saturday morning, and then some bloke's complaining he's got to get up 5 o'clock Monday morning. The people that are driving to Adelaide will listen to the Crows. The people who are driving home to Victoria will listen to the Power, and 5AA will get a lot of revenue as well. So what is the problem, Timothy?
I don't have a problem,
Jack. I just think they used
top and tail.
I just think they used Port Adelaide for that slot on purpose because I think last year they saw that they weren't able to maintain the interstate people for that Sunday slot, so I think they went, you know what, we'll keep a local team there, and it's Port.
Yeah.
So that's my problem, Jack.
No, but it probably makes sense. But I think it's taking advantage of our two clubs' loyal fans, and we've got the Premier on after 5 o'clock. We'll ask him that.
Absolutely.
They'll turn up. Yeah, of course we'll turn up because we love our clubs.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's the fear of missing out.
Put us
text.
That's what it is. Put us anywhere. Hey, Jack, good call. Thank you. Ange.
G'day, boys. How are you?
Yeah, good, buddy.
Well, I know the real reason why they're having it at Norwood Oval.
Yep.
Well, because they're sucking it, they're never going to get an AFL licence, so the AFL are feeling sorry for them. So we'll play a game there once every year. You'll be right.
Well, it's 2 games.
Come on, Stephen. Come on. I'm staring you up, mate. I'm staring you up.
Put a little lure out.
No, I didn't bite. I don't take attractants like that. You know?
Well, that's very strange for you not to bite, mate. I thought your middle name was Stephen Bite Road. Hey, guys, just quickly, what a joke. Like, who's playing Friday night?
It's
Collingwood,
Sydney.
Sydney.
Of course.
Collingwood, Sydney. Amazing. Okay, and Saturday night?
Essendon, Melbourne.
Yeah, unbelievable, isn't it? Like, it's just, we get treated so badly.
It's the big
Adelaide
Melbourne
team.
clubs on the Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
Or Sydney.
Yeah, but why can't they have the big, them on, you play them Saturday during the day? Adelaide Oval. They're still going to get the crowd.
Yeah, I think that one, as far as Port Hawks go, I think that's a TV requirement, Ange, I reckon. So that's why that one's been slotted in. So see how we go there. Let's go to Pennington. G'day, Rob.
G'day, gentlemen. How are we?
Good.
My question was, and I've heard all about the Crows' new logo. My question was, why is it the Adelaide Crows? What was the heritage? What was the reason between the Crows? And because my understanding is there are no Crows in Adelaide.
Yeah. There was I heard something similar, Rob. But I think Adelaide's always had the nickname. Well, the state team had the Crow Eaters. So I think that's where the Crows came from originally. But Rob, did you hear or read something that it's the bird that we have is actually not a crow and it's a raven? Is that right?
It is. It's a little raven, and I know websites, but I've checked with the Department for Environment's website and Wikipedia. You'll find in Adelaide it is a little raven.
Right.
And I thought Crow Eaters was a relation to maybe crows in pies, linked to the Cornish early settlers. So again, I didn't think that was a good... So you don't know, and Rowey doesn't know.
Well, hang on. I've been
definitely came from the
been
Crow
all
Eater
over
name.
this state. I've been all over this state, from Kangaroo Island to York Peninsula to wherever.
TJ,
and there are black crows.
TJ,
they're not
McQuick.
ravens. They are big black crows. They're
No,
on
I
the
think-
side of the road, pecking at old dead carcass kangaroos and
It's
big
what
crows.
it's what you think is a crow, but
You reckon it's a raven?
Well, I'm talking about this article that came out from some expert.
I'm
Didn't
reading-
come from me.
Some expert.
So Crow's history website, I'm just reading a small section here. It says one popular emblem choice when they were deciding the logo was the Sharks, but it was unavailable due to copyright. The Giants, the Falcons and Rams were also considered when the Rams were knocked back by the AFL, so the board went with Crows.
We
There
are
you go.
crowies. As long as
Wasn't
I've
first
known
choice.
where the crow is.
Well, that was the state.
And there are crows
nickname.
in this
That was the
state.
state nickname. But I'm telling you, the
All right.
expert says it's
Okay.
a raven. I
For
don't
all,
say
for
that.
all our
but-
cockies out there, farmers, ring us. Have you seen a crow on your picket fence or in a tree?
They make a noise like a crow, don't they?
Have you? Yeah. I won't do that.
No, you won't. Good boy. Let's go to Riddell Park before you do. G'day, Daniel.
Shot crow.
Okay, boys. Hey, what about everyone complaining about time slots? How about you drive to Sydney, where they wanted to have it? Who's going to complain? Like, so when you got to go out on a Thursday night or a Sunday night.
Great call. Nah, great call,
Yeah,
Daniel.
yeah.
You'd rather have it here than not.
Yeah.
You'd rather have it at 6:50 on a Sunday night. Daniel, good call. Keep them coming in. Hey, the best news for the Crows members has landed. Play that theme of ours.
Oh, this
Breaking
one?
news.
Hot off the press.
Wow.
Now, it's not really, because we did a segment about this last week, and we had
did,
the
actually.
club
Yes.
confirm with this, and then it ends up in the paper, and now a media release comes out, but official media release. The Adelaide Football Club is ready to commence construction on its new training headquarters. The club has partnered with Commercial and General, which we told you about last week, Tandem Building Group, and to bring a $100 million bespoke facility. It's going to be 150 metres long, two-storey building height, wrapping around FIVEAA Oval in Adelaide's inner west. Work will commence by the end of the month.
This month.
This month. Now, fingers crossed it's delivered on time and on budget. That's hopeful. But this is what we're
Well,
going
that's
to
a good
do.
sign.
I haven't ran this past anyone in our executive.
Right.
We've had a number of texts suggest this.
Sam, get your finger
And
up.
I'm going
Here we go.
to declare it right now. We, as in we, our team, will put the hard hats on, the fluoro. We'll have the survey pegs that when the team of Commercial and General are down at Thebby with the Crows, I'll be there with a chainsaw.
All righty. Now,
We will do a live broadcast
That I'll
the
believe.
day. What?
I believe that.
I'll just ring the steel shop.
Yeah.
Paul Madden will sponsor us. Yeah. I'll be down there with a chainsaw, and John Olds will go, Rowey, that one, and that one. And we'll do that live on air. They can
All
put
right.
the survey pegs in, and I'm just going to whiz down those
That
salmon
is
gums.
hot off the press.
Let's hear if our
Why
bosses
would
are
we not?
listening.
Yeah. Someone will sponsor it.
They'll tick it off for us and
Why
we'll be
would we
down
not?
there.
We're going to be there when those survey pegs go in, live and local.
That would be exciting, wouldn't it? It is not too far away, Crows fans. The HQ, 3 minutes to 5. We have the Premier Peter Malinauskas to join us after the news.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
At Spotlight, save a massive 20 to 50% off store-wide, including Manchester home decor, fabric, sewing, craft, party, curtains and blinds. Yes, that's 20 to 50% off store-wide. So create it, decorate it and celebrate it for less. Sale must end Tuesday. Exclusions apply. Spotlight, proud sponsor of My Kitchen Rules.
Adelaide local, trusted and truly connected talkback radio station. 5AA. Always Adelaide.
City Discount Tires.
Get saving now with City Discount Tires. We're offering great deals on the world's top brands in tyres, wheels, suspension and parts. Suitable for four-wheel drives, SUVs and passenger cars, including Falcon, Michelin, Pirelli, Kumho, Hankook and many more. Finance options available. Search citydiscounttires.com.au and locate your nearest dealer today. City Discount Tires. We're driven by value.
City Discount Tires.
No. Uber Eats does not deliver bears. Yes, Uber Eats does deliver bare essentials. Clothing if you're feeling a little bare, beads, stuff for beards, raw meats, pots of honey, products for hairy people, a few admittedly grisly decor options, and anything you could need for a solid weekend of hibernating. Just not bears. Uber Eats. Get almost anything.
Just before you start, Timmy, harvesting on York Peninsula, there's bloody crows everywhere. Here's another one. That guy that rung up, he's cooked. There are crows in SA. Of course there are.
Well, yes, there you go.
See?
Well, Wally says no, there's no crows in the city area. They're only ravens. Crows are further up north. We've got to get a crow expert on. Rightio. I'll tell you what I do have an expert on. Right Price. They're a name synonymous with Adelaide's very best in heating and cooling. But now they've risen to whole new heights, literally. Right Price are now your go-to people for all things roofing. Same exceptional service, value and quality, now in roofing.
Right Price Roofing, look, they do it all. From total roof replacement, including tile roof installation, to tile roof repairs and cleaning. In fact, the Right Price Roofing team has over 25 years' experience in roof repairs and restorations.
So you're dealing with experience there. They also provide roof painting. You'll love the result. And in typical Right Price fashion, they only use quality roofing products in everything they do.
And this is what you want. You want the Right Price Roofing rock solid quote.
Yeah.
Boom. That's what it'll cost you. That's what you pay. So the only surprise you'll get at the end of the job is when you sit back from the road, you go, oh my God.
Have a look how good that looks.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Leaking roof, clean. If you need it clean, total roof restoration. Do it right. Get in touch with Right Price Roofing. Visit rightpriceroofing.com.au.
We are a Naval Fitness Centre, home to the biggest and best equipped disability exclusive gyms in South Australia. Our facilities and equipment have been custom built for wheelchairs and ambulant clients with physical and intellectual disabilities. The Enable community has over 500 members who work out, socialise and connect in a safe and friendly environment. Use your NDIS funding to improve your health and well-being at any of our 3 locations, Holden Hill, Marston and Elizabeth. Find out more at enablefitnesscentre.com.au.
It's all the little things that make a Murray Princess cruise unforgettable. It's watching the world go by. It's good old-fashioned hospitality. It's newfound friends. And it's dancing into the night. For a big adventure, full of the little things, book your 3, 4 or 7-night cruise on the majestic Murray Princess today at murrayprincess.com.au.
Feeling stuck? Henry Bloom's Herbalax to the rescue. It relieves constipation and promotes bowel regularity. Feel light, free and ready to go with Henry Bloom's Herbalax 200 grams dried herb or capsules. Always follow the directions for use.
Up to the minute news for South Australia. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Down to 15 tonight, sunny tomorrow 26. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher.
Control Air, Australia's commercial refrigeration and air conditioning experts. Visit controlairaustralia.com.au.
A 42-year-old man charged with murdering a police officer's son on Friday night in the city faced court this afternoon. A secrecy order placed on his identity. He's accused of stabbing 23-year-old Lewis Parkin at a Hindley Street backpackers hostel. He'll remain in custody for at least 6 months. 3 people have been arrested and charged after attempting to take contraband into a correctional facility. Police were called to Mobilong on Saturday after reports a woman and 2 men were attempting to bring illicit drugs into the prison. A search of a car allegedly locating meth and GHB. The trio, aged 20, 21 and 33, were granted bail to front court at a later date. 1 person has died after a truck ploughed into a kindergarten on the outskirts of Melbourne. A water tanker crashed into the playground at the Macedon Rangers Montessori Preschool after hitting a power pole this afternoon. A child and the truck driver were taken to hospital. Reporter Penelope says it's rocked the community, with parents rushing to pick up their children.
As locals have told us, the children at the kindergarten have all been picked up by their parents. They believe they were frantic in trying to get here and get them home, making sure they are okay. But 1 child sadly in hospital, along with the truck driver and an adult losing their life in this playground this afternoon.
The Barossa is set for some major exposure next April, with 2 games locked in for the 2025 Gather Round. They'll be played at Barossa Park in Lyndoch. Premier Peter Malinauskas says the region will be front and centre on both Saturday and Sunday afternoon.
When this game of AFL was played in the Barossa Valley, the rest of the country will know where it's being played, in one of the most beautiful wine regions anywhere in the world.
2 games will be at Norwood Oval, the other 5 at Adelaide Oval. A hero of the Vietnam War has been posthumously given Australia's highest military honour. More from Zach De Silva.
Private Richard Norton will receive the Victoria Cross Medal for bravery during the Vietnam War. In 1968, he twice put his life at risk during the Battle of Fire Support Base Coral, saving a wounded commander's life and retrieving the body of another soldier. He later died in a motorbike accident while serving in the ACT Police. Governor-General Samantha Mostyn has spoken with Private Norton's widow to tell her the news.
I conveyed the appreciation of all Australians for Private Norton's service.
Miss Mostyn's predecessor and former Defence Chief, Sir Peter Cosgrove, says the award is well deserved.
He'd done so much in that very up-close and personal battle.
A ceremony will now be organised to present the medal to Private Norton's family.
And Australian billionaire Anthony Pratt is leaving the country. One of our richest men has been granted a green card and is moving to the United States. He'll remain the chairman of Visi Australia and plans to return on a regular basis. Now turning to 5AA sport, we're heading into the semi-final round in the AFLW this weekend, and SA is represented in both games. The Crows play Freo at Norwood Saturday afternoon. Port take on Hawthorn at Icon Park on Saturday night. Port assistant coach Sam Virgo has been keeping her eye on the Hawks.
They're playing some good footy. They played really well against Brisbane yesterday and didn't quite get it, and we can expect them to attack their offence. I think they've shown that they've been really consistent, high-performing team all year, and we're really looking forward to the challenge. I think it will be offence against offence, and yeah, we respect them highly and cannot wait for the challenge.
Tickets for both games are now on sale. Tottenham manager Ange Postecoglou has been involved in a frosty exchange with a spectator. The incident occurred after the Spurs' shock 2-1 loss to Ipswich, slipping to 10th on the Premier League table. And Alex de Minaur will face Daniil Medvedev after losing his opening game at the ATP Finals to Yannick Sinner in straight sets. Now checking 5AA traffic.
With hundreds of ways to save every day, it's better to be a member with RAA Rewards.
At Cravers, West, a breakdown to look out for on the freeway up track near the Meigs Days ramp. Valley View, nasty crash there. Grand Junction Road near Walkleys Road causing some big delays. And the Adelaide 500 road closures are in place again, so big delays around Decatterville Terrace at Kent Town and the east end of the city. Avoid those areas if you can. Cameras Beaver Road, Ingle Farm and Blacks Road at Gillis Plains. This is your last chance to save up to 50% on holidays, cruises and tours with Flight Centre's Big Red Sale. Don't miss out on deals this good. Hurry ends Wednesday. Book now. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Down to 15 tonight, sunny tomorrow, 26. Wednesday, partly cloudy, 23. Thursday, mostly sunny, also 23. Right now, it's 30 degrees. Now let's check what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, South Australians pause on Remembrance Day to pay tribute to those who made the ultimate sacrifice. The Gather Round fixture confirmed. We'll reveal when you can buy tickets. Aldi under the microscope at the ACCC's supermarket inquiry. and the Emperor Penguin that swam to Australia all the way from Antarctica. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 Now.
In Adelaide and across South Australia, this is 5AA, always Adelaide.
Everyday items locked in at low prices for longer. There's more ways than ever to save at Foodland.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
Welcome back. It is 7 minutes after 5 here on this Monday. So much still to come on the show. Ryan Kitto from Adelaide United, a big win against Western United on Saturday. AFLW players into semi-finals this weekend. Hannah Munyard and Abby Dowrick from both the Crows and the Power. And your chance to get on the standby list for the cruise to Singapore, all thanks to Phil Hoffman Travel. Just stay listening for the cue to call. That is coming up in the next hour. And we'll take your calls as well. 8223 0000.
Yeah, well, round 5 of the 2025 Toyota Premiership season is gather round. It will be held here in Adelaide again. We have the Premier on the line, Mr. Peter Malinauskas. G'day, Premier.
Good afternoon, gents.
First of all, mate, exciting to have it all back, but probably Lindock and the Barossa is the big story.
Oh, it is. In fact, this morning was the first time I've been out there in about 6 months. I was in the Barossa for some work in the middle of winter, and I drove past the site, and it was still very much a construction site, but it's now really starting to take shape. And look, it is going to be a postcard moment for the whole state, really. I think when people turn on their television sets that go around next year, and they see the images of the Barossa Valley looking as good as it does, it'll be an image that gets in people's heads that I think encourages them to travel here, which is the whole idea behind having a game out there. And the team have done an amazing job. And it'll be a lasting piece of infrastructure for the whole Barossa Valley community for a long time to come. Not just for footy, they've also got netball there as well. So it looks spectacular.
And the two games, getting one on the Saturday and the Sunday, was a bit of a surprise as well.
Yeah, I think having made the investment in conjunction with the Barossa Valley Council, we did want to get our best bang for our buck. And like I said, it's important. One of the things that we've been working really hard on as a government and been a bit of a leader on is wanting to get kids away from their phones. We're the first state government to ban mobile phones in school in the country, and now everyone's followed. And we've led this charge to put a age limit in place for social media, or a social media ban in effect for people under the age of 16. That is now going to look set to pass the federal parliament. And our view is that if you're going to get kids off mobile phones and screens, which I'm pretty keen to make sure happens, you've also got to invest in the infrastructure. You've got to give them choices. And, investing in sports infrastructure across a range of sports is critical if we want to achieve that. Now, out of the Barossa Valley, we've done that. And this development out there really is going to set up the Barossa Valley community for a long time to come, particularly younger kids. But we've also got this added benefit of spectacular infrastructure surrounded by vineyards, which on television screens is going to mean amazing images of South Australia to the rest of the country. So if you're going to do it properly, and therefore that necessitated 2 games, we made it clear to the AFL that we wanted 2 games, and we're grateful that they've now done that.
Your mate Albo cut your lunch on that social media ban, Premier. I thought you were first.
No.
Would you want to, I can stay on my lane? Do you want me to stay on my lane? I will.
No, I was on the phone to Albo pretty early on when I started pushing this, saying you should do this. Like, it makes more sense.
Oh, well done.
It makes more sense to the federal. But imagine a system where you ban social media in South Australia and then a kid goes across to Victoria and then starts using it again. That's crazy.
Yeah, well done.
So I was pretty consistent. And both Albo and Peter Dutton on this, I don't know how, we're talking about social media on Sports Show now, but both Albo and Peter Dutton have got on board. They're providing bipartisan support.
That's good.
So it's one of the rare things you got agreement on at a federal level. So this will happen, but it did start here, but I'd much prefer this regime to apply across the country than just a hodgepodge arrangement.
Well done. Now, who has the most say? Is it you or your cabinet, the AFL, or Channel 7 and Fox on fixturing for Gather Round? Because I think they're taking a bit of the advantage of our South Australian fans, because we turn up. Crows and Port, you put us anywhere, we'll turn up. Why a Port Sunday night?
I think it's... Well, the short answer to your question is who's king. When it comes to the fixture, that's AFL, Rowey. You know that. I mean, I worked out that in the way the country governs itself, you've got local government down the bottom, then you've got state government, then federal government, and then you've got the UN, and then you've got God, and then you've got the AFL. That's the way I like it. But look, they've been good to us, right? Having said all that, we're wrapped. I mean, Crows, let's go through it. Crows Geelong Thursday night. You can't ask for much more than that. That is going to be a humdinger, and, it'll be an important game for both clubs. For us to be home to Collingwood Sydney, which is one of the biggest fixtures of the year at Adelaide Oval on the Friday night, I mean, that is a genuine blockbuster. And then across the Saturday, like North Melbourne Gold Coast Suns, that'll sell out of the Barossa. Carlton West Coast, Carlton draws a big crowd, so we're pretty optimistic about that. Hopefully West Coast win a couple of games early, as long as they're not playing Port. Western Bulldogs Brisbane, that'll be a cracker at Norwood Oval. So that's a big game for Norwood Oval. And then Melbourne Essendon on the Saturday night, they're two finals contenders that'll be around the mark. Sunday, back at the Barossa for Richmond Freo, sell out, guaranteed. St Kilda GWS, you'd think that'll sell out at the Parade. And then you got, Sunday night, I accept, and I say as a Port supporter, I don't necessarily want to be playing on Sunday night, except that we're going to be playing against Hawthorn, which has now got more theatre than you could possibly hope for. So in terms of the draw, it's pretty good. And I'll be taking the kids to the Sunday night game. I prefer it wasn't so late, let me be honest about it. But it's also school holidays. So It's school holidays. Monday's not a school day for all South Australian students. So hopefully that makes it a bit easier to digest and people can see it as a good way to bookend what is an amazing weekend of footy.
Do you see the irony in the Port Hawthorn game and the 20 grand fine to Ken and how they don't encourage that sort of behaviour, but they certainly will promote it?
I did make a bit of a joke about this at the press conference with
Andy Dillon
today.
And we liked it.
Look, my view is everyone loves footy when there's a bit of feeling involved. And clearly, look, I won't make commentary about Kenny's actions, but, footy is passionate. Footy is, what makes us tick is when we get fired up about it. So if that means we're going to have a blockbuster on the Sunday night, so be it.
Hey, Norwood Oval got 2 games, and I got to say I was probably a bit surprised because I did hear a whisper that a lot of sample clubs were keen to tender. Did that actually happen, and are they putting their hands up, other clubs?
Other clubs are definitely keen. Look, the reason why Norwood sort of got against, I don't know if either of you gents were there, but the Norwood Food and Wine Festival last year on the Sunday
was sensational.
Magnificent.
Yeah. I won't be able to go this year. I've got to go to the Port game.
Well, you can do both. You can do both. Now that it's at 6:50, you'll be able to do both, Timmy.
Can someone play the Wamblets?
I'm not sure
Can you
how.
play the Wamblets?
I'm just not sure how I'll call the game if I've been there.
Well, there we go. You'll make Kenny look well behaved. But the Norwood Food and Wine Festival had a massive crowd. A really significant proportion of it were people from outside of the state. The council invested a lot of money and effort into it, along with the South Australian Tourism Commission. And if that model works, then it's hard to sort of say no to it because, look, the absolutely main game here is using Gather Round to leverage the state's position economically. And what we're trying to do is make it easier for people to come from outside of South Australia to our state, get a taste of it and want to come back for more. And there's evidence that has worked. And that's why it's not just about the footy, it's about the Barossa, it's about the Norwood Food and Wine Festival. So one of the reasons why the parade came up trumps is because of that. And, we want to tinker with Gather Round, but not do it at the expense of doing things that work. Obviously, one thing that jumps out on the draw is that we haven't got the double header this year. Now, that might change back into the future, but one of the reasons for that is it allows for a lot more tickets to be sold. People still can go to 2 games at Adelaide Oval on the Saturday, but we'll be able to refill the stadium twice. So, we're going to monitor it, make sure it works, but we're keen to evolve it at the same time. So it's just trying to get that balance right.
That makes sense. For every win, there's a loss. It's Mount Barker this year with Gather Round. And now we hear and see in the paper, and we actually mentioned it, a potential white elephant because it's too expensive, Premier. Hope that doesn't happen down at the Barossa.
Well, let's talk about that. It's a really important point, Rowey. That Mount Barker Oval investment, that was all done before Gather Round came along. In fact, when Gather Round came along, it went up to Mount Barker because it was one of the few ovals outside of Adelaide that could actually host an AFL standard game. So that was an investment that was done well before Gather Round even existed as a concept.
Mm-hmm.
What we've done at the Barossa, in conjunction with the council up there, is learn from the Mount Barker experience. And the Barossa District's footy club, the Bulldogs, up in the Barossa League, they've now got home to a facility that will set them up for generations, along with the region as a whole. So the model that's applied at the Barossa has been, I think you'll find, is very different to what's the case at Mount Barker, because those issues have been worked through before those decisions were made.
Well done. Some snoozer before 5 said there are no crows in SA. Premier, can you have the definitive reply? Do we have crows in this state? The bird, the one that flies.
In Adelaide. In Adelaide.
No, in South Australia.
They're in South Australia, but they're up past Port Augusta, we've been told.
Premier?
Is that right? Well, they're too many for my liking, Rowey, is the short answer.
There you go. So they are.
Premier, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. Well done.
All right. No worries. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Great stuff. Gather Round 2025 fixture is out. A couple of games in the Barossa. We just heard it, the new Lindock ovals that are being prepared, and also 2 at Norwood Oval. And that is sensational stuff. So
it really is. At 18 after 5, we do, though, Timmy, want to catch up with the mayors of the areas which will be hosting games in Gather Round.
Well, Gather Round is back. The 2025 fixture has been released. And it's really, really exciting because two games in the Barossa this year. Not the one, but 2 games. And we've got, the Barossa Council Mayor on the line. Bim Lane. G'day, Bim.
G'day, boys. How are you today?
Hey, look, we're pretty excited about this opportunity. I thought you'd get 1 for sure, but 2, you've got to be excited with that.
I'm absolutely ecstatic and really appreciate the Premier. Always been a great supporter of the Barossa, and it gave us the opportunity for him to... for us to get together and build this facility, which is only 6 months in the build, but looking magnificent.
As far as setting up for it goes, as we know you've got to work hard on getting the ovals right and the light, but the actual, I suppose, the hospitality side of it, because there's going to be people coming from everywhere. Have you got good plans set out for that?
Look, now that we've had the formal announcement, we're in the position now to start to put some meat on the bones. Already this week we've got businesses getting together so that we can coordinate who's doing what, and so we can maximise all the returns and the benefits that this is going to bring to our region. So this is really something exciting. Bear in mind that a week after the Gather Round we've got the Vintage Festival as well, so we're going to be busy little Barossa people.
Come on, Bim, you got it in yet. Now give us an update of Lindock Oval. We've heard the turf's been Adelaide Oval turf, they're down there. Give us an update. Is it going to be delivered on time and on budget?
Absolutely. No, we're ahead of time, Stephen. Everything's going along really great. The turf on the main oval's been down for about 16 days, and that's just coming together nicely. And the turf for the second oval will be laid in about 2 weeks' time. The built form, 350-seated function area, as well as what we're calling a little Adelaide Hill. There's a little bar just off to the side.
Nice.
Very nice viewing area, which is going to be absolutely sensational. And look, we've been planning this location since 2016, and of course the Gather Round has given us the opportunity to build it just a little bit bigger than our initial plans, but it was always intended to have a regional facility for all the various codes that we want to promote throughout the region.
Well, Bim, it's damn exciting. 2 ripping games of AFL in your Barossa Valley. It's fantastic. Bim, thanks for your time.
Well, look, thoroughly, thanks for your interest, and may I say, it was my original early home ground when I started playing footy, so I'm just going home.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, hello. Will there be a Bim Lang end?
No.
A wing.
Or a wing?
Just up near that Adelaide Hill bar he was talking about.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we'll do.
There'll be a little pothole down the back somewhere, I think.
Oh, good on you, Bim. Thanks for your time.
Good on you. Thanks for your interest, guys.
Yeah,
what a ripper.
Yeah, he's a ripper. Sound like a great bloke. Dogs Lions Nord Oval 3:45 Saturday, and then on the Sunday it's St Kilda GWS at 2:50. Joining us, the Nord Payneham St Peter's Mayor Robert Breer. Robert, 3rd year hosting at Nord Oval. How good?
Rowey and Timmy, yeah, fantastic. And firstly, can I just congratulate my colleague, Mayor Bim Blank from Barossa. Obviously, you heard the passion in his voice. I haven't seen the ground yet, but he's invited me up there. So I'm looking forward to getting up there soon. But, yep, third year running. Obviously, Council was very excited. We saw what the parade could do with the Food and Wine Festival last year, which coincided with the Richmond and St Kilda game. So, yeah, we're looking forward for another cracking year next year.
Yeah, we just had the Premier on and he said that was probably the selling point. It's unique that the Nord Oval is right on the parade and that precinct all the way up the parade for those activations is great. So talk to us about any new activations this year for the street.
Well, we haven't. We're just working through those now, Roy. I mean, obviously the announcement was made today and, there's some initial planning that we had done as a council, but clearly we didn't want to get too ahead of ourselves because we didn't know whether we were going to get, any games, let alone 2 games again this year. So we're going to, obviously we'll be working closely with the AFL and the SA Tourism Commission as we did last year to get a sense of what they expect and the activations in front of Nord Oval, but also on the street and elsewhere. So, it's an ongoing conversation. We're very excited about it. But as we wanted to do last year, we wanted to go bigger and better, and clearly that's going to be the aim for 2025.
Hey, Robert, what have you learnt in the first 2 years that you can take into this third year at the parade?
I think, Timmy, the thing that you learn is that you look at all of the assets on the street, and the parade's got a lot of assets. It's got, the town hall, the street itself, Osmond Terrace, the green space in front of Nord Oval and Nord Oval. So I think if you really want to get the most out of Gather Round, you look at all of your assets and use them to their advantage rather than just sort of focus on just the area around the Oval. That was something that we didn't do in the first one, and to be fair, I think everyone was learning and no one really knew what to expect. But clearly for 2024, the other introduction of events such as the Gather Round, the Rivals Long Lunch at Osmond Terrace, and the Champions Lunch, which you emceed here at the Town Hall, showing the games at the Norwood Cinema Complex for those people with sensory issues. So it really is about just thinking about your audience and trying to just cater for different needs and using all of the assets to your advantage, and the parade's got a lot of them.
Just put that in reverse there for a sec, man. Did I hear Timmy Ginniver hosted a function at the Nord Town Hall? He's done a cashy on my turf?
You weren't available, I don't think.
Oh, no, hang on.
Robbie, I didn't authorise the payment, but certainly came up with an idea.
Mayor, well done. We love Nord, Payneham, St Peters. It's my home turf. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Oh, God, the tentacle stretch everywhere.
Yeah, that was the one where they did the 1980 and 1984 grand finals.
That would have been great.
That was sensational.
No, well done.
Amazing stuff to have all of those legends of those two grand finals, which, Port 1-1, Nord 1-1. It was just such a great era of footy.
Well done.
Oh, where doesn't this man make $1? It's good call. It's 25 after 5. Let's check your roads.
At Oakton, a crash to look out for. Grand Junction Road near Sutholtz Road with heavy delays. Also delays at Wingfield with a breakdown on the north-south motorway near Rosberg Road. And Bolivar, a crash on the north-south motorway near the Bolivar interchange. Road closures round for the Adelaide 500, so really slow round to Kettleville Terrace and Kent Town. Avoid it if you can. With the camera this afternoon, Crittenden Road at Findon. Enjoy 10 times Flybuys points on selected drinks at Liquorland, like a 1 litre bottle of Smirnoff Red Vodka. Cheers! Liquorland. Offer ends Tuesday. Choose a drink wise. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Just call Ken Hall. We'll be there anytime at all. Just call Ken Hall.
Are leaky pipes or blocked drains causing you trouble? Just call Ken. Ken Hall offers expert leak detection and pipe relining. We can even repair your pipes from the inside without digging up your garden. Our experienced team ensures fast and reliable service. Working for you since 1983, just call Ken.
Just call Ken Hall.
Nestled in the southeastern corner of the city is Hutt Street. It's not quite the city and not quite the suburbs. Hutt Street is your charming tree-lined boulevard with easy parking, specialty shops, luxury stores, restaurants, bars, beverages and everything in between. Whether you're there for a morning catch-up, to pamper yourself, browse the local shops, indulge in lunch, dinner or head out for an evening drink, Hutt Street is worth the visit. After all, it's your corner of the city. the best corner of the city.
I just want to tell my listeners, don't believe everything you read on Wikipedia. And Google's just as badly. You know what I mean?
Well,
there are crows in this state and the Premier said so. So get off Google.
The Premier said there's more than I'd like.
Ever say 8223000. Here's a true SA family business. ASIT Transport Solutions with brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts. They all work up. But it's not just family they look after. I love this. They are so community-minded.
We've walked into their reception and you just see all the plaques everywhere about who they're sponsoring. Not only will they look after your deliveries, but they support over 25 local sporting clubs, and that's gold for those clubs.
Look, it is. And one of my favourites is the Breakthrough Mental Health Research Foundation. Now, they support Breakthrough. ASIT Transport Solutions have created, a really happy and positive workplace, which is probably why they are the fastest growing courier service in our state.
And that's the link too, because Breakthrough Mental Health Research Foundation also help clubs. And that's part of that support that they're doing all round. So it's a circle. That's why right now they need more drivers. So if you have a 1 or 2 ton van or a 1 ton ute, we'll kickstart an amazing career with ASIT Transport Solutions. Give them a call today.
You know when you plan to keep Christmas casual? Lobster tails, chocolate cherry liqueur, whole turkey. But a little voice inside your head keeps whispering, go a little extra, Barbara. With Aldi, you can. Aldi. Good different.
The passing of someone close places unique stress on family and friends. At this time, Farrell and O'Neill Funerals are here to provide reassurance and peace of mind. Farrell and O'Neill offer creative guidance and advice to tailor a service that best honours your loved one. Whether a large gathering or a small, intimate service, Farrell and O'Neill share their generations of experience in tailoring a unique and meaningful farewell. Proudly SA family owned and operated. Because it's personal.
If it takes the local footy team to help move that dragging, scraping, sliding door of yours,
put your back into it, fellas.
Call Rollerco instead. Rollerco have the parts you need to make it slide again with just one finger. And in most cases, have those parts delivered to your door within 24 hours. Rollerco.com.au. They'll get you rolling.
Right, everyone out.
Rollerco.com.au.
Everyday items locked in at low prices for longer. There's more ways than ever to save at Foodland.
The FIVEAA Sport Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
29 minutes after 5, Adelaide United's Ryan Kitto to join us very shortly.
Good afternoon, passengers. Please have your boarding pass and identification ready.
All right, if you know what that means, 82230055.
Got a text here, very clever, and I got to say thank you very much to Julia, who put a bit of work into it. Rowey and Timmy G, it just so happens that there are no tigers at Glenelg, no eagles at Woodville, no panthers at South Adelaide, no people with red legs at Norwood, and there may be dogs at Elizabeth and roosters at Prospect. Well done, Julia. Very good text, that one.
That's
very clever.
A great text.
Very clever indeed, but I do like this one as well. I'm not sure if SA has crows or ravens, but it certainly sounds like we've got a statewide juniper infestation.
You big juniper head.
So much gin around, I didn't know. 5:30, Ryan Kitto to join us straight after this.
Rowey and Timmy G on the FIVEAA Sport Show. This is FIVEAA News, always Adelaide.
Good evening, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. In a world first, the state government will introduce legislation this week to officially ban political donations. An Australian soldier who ran into enemy fire in Vietnam to rescue a commander has been posthumously awarded the Victoria Cross. Billionaire Anthony Pratt is swapping Australia for the US. And in sport, the Strikers will start at the crease in tonight's WBBL match against the Renegades at Karen Rolton Oval. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
It's better to be a member with RAA Rewards. Download the RAA app and start saving today.
At Oakton, look out for a crash, Grange Junction Road near Sutholtz Road. Real heavy delays there. Crash at Bolivar, the north-south motorway near the Bolivar interchange. And a breakdown at Wingfield to look out for to the north-south motorway near Rosberg Road. Adelaide 500 road closures are in place, so really heavy delays around Wakefield Road to Kettlewell Terrace in Kent Town. Avoid if you can on the drive home. With a camera tonight, Cudmore Terrace at Henley Beach. Alinta Energy blends renewables with coal and gas to make your energy more affordable. That's true power. Visit alintaenergy.com.au for more info. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, partly cloudy tonight, down to 15, sunny tomorrow, 26. Right now it's 29 degrees. We'll have more news at 6 and as it happens on 5AA.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
The Liberal Party is going to be distributing flyers that purport to be from the Australian Labor Party. Now, I think Labor is probably going to hit the roof when they see them because it's in Labor red. It says South Australian Labor down the bottom. It's going to every household in black. I wonder if Labor's going to respond by trying to take them to court.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
Can you distribute material that carries the insignia and emblem of another party?
We might find out this week.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
After weeks of waiting for my husband to attempt to fix our leaking shower, I decided to call in the professionals. MegaSealed fixed my shower for a lot less than I thought and didn't just repair the surface of our tiles. They applied a waterproof grout and injected a waterproof repairer underneath our tiles without removing them. If you have missing grout or silicone, cracked tiles, stubborn mould, or just want your leaky shower fixed by the professionals, head to megasealed.com.au.
Shopping should be exciting, not dull. An adventure, not a chore. And fresh, not routine. So experience something new at Newton Central with Drake's, Serenity Hair & Co, Fandy Scissorhands, Terry White Chemist, Glitter and Polish Nail Salon, and many more. Including the brand new Séjour Club, an independent boutique with one-of-a-kind handcrafted apparel and jewellery from 2 local designers. Want something new in your life? Choose a new local. Choose Newton Central. Gorge Road, Newton.
Feeling stuck? Henry Bloom's Herbalax to the rescue. It relieves constipation and promotes bowel regularity. Feel light, free and ready to go with Henry Bloom's Herbalax 200 grams dried herb or capsules. Always follow the directions for use.
Now, it's been SA's biggest cover-up. Thousands of pool owners all over South Australia were implicated. And now it's about to be uncovered. Who's at the centre of it? Well, that's our good friends at Walco.
Oh, Wormy and the boys, they're just the best. It's just about time to, wake your pool up.
Oh, already have.
Up you come and start thinking about the fun you're going to have in your pool this summer.
Well, I can tell you, I've got the Walco pool blanket on there right now, and I reckon if I go home tonight, I'll pull that blanket back. It'll be about 32 degrees, bang, in. It'll be magnificent. I'm going to go for a swim. And I'll tell you what it does, it keeps your water clean and your water warm all summer long.
And it saves you evaporation. It's money.
That's the other thing. That's money.
Thing to do. And they're South Australian. Walco pool blankets are made from quality material, so don't that perishable stuff. I can tell you where it comes from. It's north of us. And it's from
before I met Wormy and the boys and Pagey, I had something on there that they said that wouldn't keep your big toe warm, that thing.
There you go.
Get it off.
Because it's cheap.
Correct.
Get rid of it.
Rubbish.
Uncover the savings now with a Walco pool blanket. Visit walco.com.au.
Go Vita, your local health food shops. Over 30 years health and wellness experience and over 300 natural health practitioners specialising in you.
Hi, I'm Sue from Go Vita Semaphore. Need a good night's sleep? Fusion Sleep contains passion flower, traditionally used to relieve sleeplessness and reduce the time it takes to fall asleep. 60 tabs now, $31.75. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Go Vita, Colonnades, Fairview Green, Marion, Mount Barker, Monopara, Semaphore and Tanunda.
Everyday items locked in at low prices for longer. There's more ways than ever to save at Foodland.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
Welcome back. It's 26 minutes to 6. We have Hannah Munyard and Abby Dowrick from both the Crows and Power AFLW sides, both through to semi-finals this weekend. Joining us very shortly. We'll get back to your calls in a moment. And congratulations to Paul from Highbury. You're on the standby list to win this amazing Silver Sea cruise to Singapore, all thanks to our friends at Phil Hoffman Travel, Silver Sea Luxury Cruising, and Phil Hoffman, creating moments you'll never forget. You can visit pht.com.au.
So, just before we go to Ryan Kitto, he won't mind this story. Yes. Just before 5, some rooster rung up and said, Rowey, they're ravens, they're not crows. I said, go and get stuffed, they're crows, of course they're crows. So we've had 100 texts come on the unique home style food text. No, Rowey, they're ravens in the city, and north of Port Augusta, they're actually crows.
Correct.
Well, we've gone to a source, the environment.sa.gov.au. Ravens aren't crows. Did you know the big black birds that you see around Adelaide are actually ravens? There are only crows in SA, but they are only north of Port Augusta. That's not worth the paper it's written. No, there are crows in Adelaide.
Okay, so government...
The government's wrong.
You're calling in the ornithologist. You want to get the
No,
bird experts.
I spoke to the Premier, and he pretty much told me...
We know who we need. We need Ryan Kitto's old teammate, Ben Halloran.
We need Ben Halloran.
Well, I tell you now, Adelaide United
That's a good segue.
They had a great win on Saturday night. They took on Western United. They defeated them 2-1. It was and it was led by this man, the captain, Ryan Kitto. G'day, mate.
Hi, Roy, Timmy G. How are you?
Excellent.
Righto.
First of all, mate, old Benny, he used to go a bit of bird watching, didn't he?
He did. That was a bit in his downtime. So, yeah, certainly don't ask me that question. But next time I see him, I'll test his general knowledge and get back to
get it confirmed. Thanks, mate. Hey, first of all, it was the Remembrance Day round for you guys, and you did it so well. The ceremony, the flyover. What I was really taken by was the big screen. You showed all the players saying thank you. That was just such a moving piece.
Yeah, no, it was really nice. I think the club, paid their respects in the best way they possibly could, and we obviously had the Legends game on beforehand as well. So yeah, we tried to do as much as we could, and yeah, it was a nice occasion, and like I said, I think it was very respectful, and the club did a great job.
Hey, mate, I thought you led the way as skipper. Really enjoyed your game, mate. I thought you were tough, hard, and miserly, and really set the tone for the night.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we've got off to a nice start, which is good. We sort of the key message has been we believe in the talent and what we have in our team, but we need to bring the contest and win our duels. So that's first and foremost.
Yeah.
We need to earn the right to play, and obviously, as one of the leaders in the team, it's important that I set that tone and try to win as many of them as I possibly can.
Well, it's a terrific start to the year, a draw and 2 wins, so we haven't lost yet, which is great. It's the start that we needed. Just up front, Ryan, who's our striker? Who's our money man? Who's in the box that can just get it in the back of that net? Who's the class in the box?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think the way we play, we are naturally just going to create a lot of chances, and I think you'll see a lot of different goal scorers this year, but obviously, Luka Jovanovic, young Adelaide boy, he's been given the number 9 this year, and he scored 2 goals in the opening 2 rounds and played another important role on Saturday night. His hold-up play and all those little things that he did for the team were really important, and still had a couple of chances. And that's the important thing. As long as we're creating the chances, we know that players like Luka, 9 times out of 10, will put the ball in the back of the net. So it's just important we keep playing that way.
It's good. A good. What's it called? A come from behind win. Like to be down and then fight back and get back on the board. Ryan, coach, would be happy.
Yeah, for sure. We're probably disappointed in the way we did start the game. I think the opening 2 rounds we started really well and were able to set our game up on the back of that. But yeah, we had to come from behind on Saturday night. We did start a touch slow, but really happy in the way. Probably from 30 minutes onwards, we played the game. After we scored, we could have had a number of other goals before half time, and it was probably the best we have started the second half of the game. So yeah, we're slowly piecing different pieces together. Hopefully soon we can do the full 90 minutes and make it a little bit more comfortable for ourselves just by taking our opportunities and limiting the other team as well.
The Adelaide debut for Sparta Rotterdam recruit, Bart Friends, I actually thought it was an excellent debut. He played the full 90 minutes and just held himself in great account.
Yeah, he was fantastic, wasn't he? Funnily enough, that's the first game I played with him as well. You know, he's had a really interrupted pre-season since he's come across, but you could tell straight away from the limited interactions we have had on the field, he is a player, and he showed that Saturday night. So he's going to be a wonderful addition for us. Another really important leader, player of experience as well. And yeah, if he keeps going like that, he's certainly living up to the expectation that we did have on him.
And Pieris just seems like he's a dangerous player for us. I think he's going to create a lot of opportunities, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Very happy he's on our team this year. Yeah. He's caused me a few problems over the years, just with his pace. He's so fast, and he's got wonderful ability as well. And I think the way we're playing suits him, and obviously he's confident at the moment. And getting himself into some wonderful areas and executing as well. So he's been a great addition and another really good person as well.
Their little number 77, Danzaki, is it? Gee, it was busy.
Yeah, they're a good. They're a good team, Western United. I think there's not much of a difference between the sides this year in the A-League. I think anybody can certainly win on any given day, and it's important that you try to keep some of those key players as quiet as possible. But obviously they have quality, and you can only limit them as much as you can. And he was certainly dangerous, and we obviously know the quality that Anibasuki brings as well. So.
Well, you kept him quiet though. Gee, that's the quietest I've ever seen him. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, but he's always a threat, and he just needs one good ball and one good chance, and he takes it. So, obviously there's always key players, and you try to limit them as much as you can.
Did we gob off at him? Put him off his game?
No, he's a lovely man.
No, he's a very respectful man, Hiroshi, and he did wonderful things for us.
He did.
No, but we put him on. Do you do that? Do you sledge out there, Ryan?
No. I actually don't. There's not a lot of that anymore, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, every now and again there's a little bit, but I would never be the instigator, let's say that. But if someone, I'm also get my back up if someone starts getting stuck into one of the younger boys in that team.
Well done.
And they put a bit of a cross on their back for me.
That's the way he led. That's the way he led on Saturday night.
Ryan Kitto,
fantastic.
that is the great way to do it.
He did well. Hey, big game too against Brisbane coming up Saturday.
Come on.
Yeah, we've got the week off because of the Socceroos with the international break. So. Which is good. So, they'll give us a chance to just work on a few things. We've also got 7 young boys away with under-20s and under-23s over the next week. So that's a really good opportunity for them, and I'm sure they'll enjoy that experience. And then, come back in Monday and pick up where we left off. That's the plan over in Gather Round against Brisbane and Sydney.
Well, keep working. I reckon you'll put a smile on Carl's face very soon. Keep it up.
Thank you very much. That's the plan.
Good on you, buddy.
Happy.
Adelaide United captain Ryan Kitto played an excellent game Saturday night, and
he's a leader.
Got us over the line 2-1, and we're in good form.
That's it. Haven't lost yet this year. Let's go to Glandor. Hello, Mick.
How you going?
Yeah, g'day, Michael. How are you? Can you explain a bit on the Crow-Raven?
Well, I can stone the Crows conversation once and for all.
Here we go.
All right.
Yes.
A crow lives for about 10 years and has a bridge on its nose. A raven lives for about 20 years and has a straight beak.
Right.
And there are no crows south of Port Augusta in South Australia. They're only ravens.
There you go. So, Michael, how did you find all that info out?
Don't believe you.
Encyclopedia Britannica plus, and like Rowey says, don't Google or don't go on Facebook or anything, but I've got a mate who's an ornithologist, and he can verify, he's verified it with me. It is a fact that if you go north of Port Augusta, you'll see crows picking kangaroos on the side of the road. But anything south of Port Augusta is a raven.
There you go.
It's
official. It's official.
Michael.
Who thought it made Michael the official?
Well, his mate. Ornithologist.
Yeah, I need someone. He's not getting the $50 pounds voucher. I need somebody else.
He's getting it from me.
Is he?
Yeah, he was
I need somebody else with a bit more cred.
Oh, come on, mate. We've had the government. We've had mine. We've had an awful. What else do you need?
They're bloody crows. What's the difference? A straight beak or a flat beak? Give me a spell.
Bigger black bird than the little blackbird. That's as simple as that. Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Don't get him singing. 15-6. Let's check your roads.
Croatia Boulevard to look out for. The north-south motorway to the Boulevard change. Second got a burst Waterway, Tapley's Hill Road just before Trimmer Parade, and got Adelaide 500 road closures in place. So pretty slow around Hutt Street, Wakefield Road and Kennerville Terrace. Avoid it if you can. Cameras Frederick Road, Grange and Military Road at Westlake Shore. Visit the virtual reality experience at the Mayoral Cultural Centre tomorrow to visualise the future of SA's transport in 30 years. transportstrategy.sa.gov.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
The 2024 Multicultural Festival is on Sunday the 24th of November in Tarndanyanga, Victoria Square, right in the heart of Adelaide. Come along and enjoy some of the 150 amazing food dishes while experiencing music, performances, hands-on activities and presentations from nearly 60 different cultures. It's a free, fun day out for the whole family. Gates open from noon until 6 p.m. Learn more and view the program at multicultural.sa.gov.au/festival. We can't wait to see you there.
Right Right now, there's never been a better time to buy a new forklift from Toyota Material Handling. Choose from Toyota's massive range, famous for legendary reliability and safety. Plus, enjoy a low finance rate from just 2.9% on Toyota's 8 FBRE Reach forklifts and SWE 120S walkie stackers currently in stock. Hurry, limited time only. See the Toyota forklifts range at toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Approved business applicants only. Terms, conditions, fees and charges apply. Maximum term is 48 months. Offer ends 28 Feb 2025.
Keep the calls coming in. We love them. Complete Windscreens are your number one SA family-owned auto glass company. Now, we're the same-day one-stop shop. So supply and fit, you ping a windscreen.
Yep.
Front, back, rear, door glass. We've got them all. Trucks, bus and cars. Polished windscreens. 8S calibration booth. We've got a couple of great guys that do that. Cut glass. So if you do a side mirror, $60. How good's that? We cut it on the spot. We import it. Chip repairs are only $99, Timmy. And for summer, because I know a lot of people like to get their cars tinted. You go drive around town, you see a lot of cars with the back glass that's bubbled and purple.
Oh, yes.
Because they used an inferior, cheaper Suntech.
Your product won't do that.
No. That's it. We get a lifetime warranty. I'll strip that for you for nothing. Generally costs you $40. Strip it for nothing and we'll re-tint it using
That's
Suntech.
a good offer.
American-made, genuine Suntech. So if you want your car tinted before Christmas,
get in.
Ring me.
Yeah.
Don't ring Lindsay and Hayden. Ask for Stephen.
Yep.
Steve Hicks.
Yeah.
Stavros.
Yeah.
I answer all
Complete
those
windscreen.
Clacker.
Yeah.
Big. Yeah. Well, we'll leave it at that.
Stephen.
Got a number of nicknames.
Hello,
Ring
Stephen
me.
there.
Now, if you're insured, just get us on your job. You can pick your repairer of choice. We are the Big Red Koala, 220 Main North Road Prospect, RAA approved repairer. And Timmy, that number is...
Call this number now, 8269 4444.
Don't just send it, ace it.
If your current job is driving you bonkers, get outdoors and hit the road. ACET Transport Solutions is growing and they need more drivers to keep their promise of perfect service. So, if you want a career that'll take you places, get in touch with the team at ACET Transport Solutions. Visit acettransport.au.
Don't just send it, ace it.
When it comes to flooring, you've got the world at your feet at Floor World. Floor World has serious purchasing power, keeping prices low on a huge range of flooring options. There's wool and synthetic carpets, engineered timber flooring, laminate, hybrid and vinyl flooring, even plantation shutters and blinds. Visit one of our 4 locations at Jebbs Cross Homemaker HQ, 1027 Port Road, Cheltenham, 60 The Parade in Norwood and Manopara Shopping Centre HQ. Plus, mention this ad for 15% off.
Get free access to selected global wartime records at Ancestry until Wednesday, and you could discover your family's stories of courage and resilience. There could be more to your story. Piece it together with Ancestry. Registration required, terms apply.
Everyday items locked in at low prices for longer. There's more ways than ever to save at Foodland.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
11 minutes to 6. The women's strikers are batting first at Carnarolton Oval as we speak. This season's on the line just about. Hadn't had a great start. They're none for 22 against the Renegades in the first few overs. We still have another chance to get you on the standby list for the cruise to Singapore, all thanks to Phil Hoffman Travel. So stay tuned for our cue to call very shortly. And management's got involved during the break, Rowey. Michael's won the $50 Pals voucher.
That's okay.
You
I
happy
still
with
don't
that?
Believe him. There's a couple of texts here. Robbie, you're sounding more and more like Cornsey.
Don't like
you
that.
present all the facts. And
Doesn't matter.
Deny.
Still wrong.
for Phil Hoffman Travel, you can be on the standby for a cruise to Singapore. Let's not that is outstanding.
Mate, that's outstanding.
And I love that cue to call noise.
Just for listening. Yeah, you
Jim
like
Richards.
That one. Dick Johnson.
Dick Johnson.
Oh, yeah, Dick
How many
Johnson.
times have I told you?
And it was a bird.
but no, are you worried at me? Oh, something's wrong with me. You've said that 4 times. What is wrong with me, Timmy? 822.
And you won't listen to the facts about the Ravens and the Crows.
8223000. What is wrong with Steve Hicks?
We haven't got that
Now,
much time
Clarkie's
left.
talking about the one day. I want to talk about this.
When we opened up the show, we spoke about the fact that we've lost to Pakistan 2-1 in the one-day series, and that's the first time in 22 years to Pakistan. I think we've only lost 5 overall on home soil, and a couple of those were early days when you only played one game. But it really is one that I think we haven't. I don't want to gloss over because the importance of it. I think they've just sort of washed away and gone, all right, well, last game, we've got to rest guys for the test series and all this business. Well, that's not played for another 11 or 12 days. Come on, please.
11 days.
Yeah,
and the other thing,
you're at the ham there. It cheapens it.
It cheapens. When you wear
Straight
the
away.
green and gold and you have our crest on your chest, and you're representing Australia, you play to win, and you pick your best
and you
team.
want to earn your spot.
That's exactly right.
Well, we got an earlier text from Damien who said, why do we believe we are better than everyone? Fight the fight, and if you win, well done. It's an old Aussie spirit. Now, all Aussie sports people now think they're better than everyone else. Don't take it for granted. We needed to dig deep, and we didn't play well in the first one with a full lineup.
Yeah.
Second one, we got spanked. And the third one, we were touched up.
So for those that don't know, we played in Perth. It was the decider. It was 1-1. Yeah. So do you want to win or not?
No.
This is who was rested. Pat Cummins, the captain, Hazelwood, Steve Smith, Marnus Labuschagne and Mitch Stark. Well, that's your best. They're probably your first 5 picked.
Yeah, and we heard Kim Hughes when we interviewed him last week it was, and he said that he's very worried about the future of one-day cricket, but he believes only play it every 2 years in a build-up to a World Cup.
I agree.
And that might take away a bit of this, I suppose, lax attitude around it and take it to an importance and perhaps get that focus back on it.
That's exactly how to do it.
See,
if there's less, it becomes more. And if the World Cup still is something, you speak to any cricketer that's won a World Cup, and they all say it's up there.
Yeah.
You speak to Buff Lehman. And
But I'll tell you what, you reckon India didn't want to win that one last year? Gee whiz.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Pup Clark. Have a listen to what he was saying.
If you win the series, if Australia had won the first 2 games, then you can understand why they rest their big fish. But, mate, it's a series on the line. You can't expect the fans to want to come and watch one-day cricket. Like, we're bagging one-day cricket that no one's turning up, hasn't got the interest. I wonder why. I don't know. I just feel like we obviously don't care about losing that series. So don't ask the fans to spend their hard-earned.
Well spoken, I think. Well spoken. Hit the nail on the head there. We'll get our cricket expert to give his opinion now. Johnny from Port Augusta. G'day, mate.
All right, boys, no crows up here, mate. Hey, listen, boys. Hey, Charlie, did I hear you call Pat Cummins a B-grade bowler the other week?
Who?
Who said
Pat
that?
Cummins a B-grade bowler?
No, I didn't. I would never have said that.
I wouldn't allow that, John.
No.
I wouldn't allow that.
He's a gun.
You always defer the record. He's got a better record than DK Lilly. Averaged about 21 with the ball. A wicket, DK Lilly averaged exactly 23.55. They're the facts.
Hang on, Johnny. Pick one. Pick one. Ball for your life. Pick one.
Keith rates Pat Cummins higher than DK Lilly. He rates Glenn McGrath higher than DK Lilly. Ian Chappell loves DK Lilly, but he really likes Pat Cummins a lot.
Johnny, DK Lilly has a statue at the MCG.
Look at it. You pick and choose when you look at the record, like stud. You pick and choose when you look at the record.
Don't you let those facts get in the way, John.
Tell you what, I'll get all those crows up there at Port Augusta to pick living gizzards out of you.
Hey, one-day cricket, boys.
Yep.
I agree with Michael Clark.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got and plus it's not a free do. Like I go without other things so I can afford box sell because I love my sport too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got it. But a lot of people haven't got it. They'd rather have a beer and whatever. I used to have a beer, but I haven't had a drink for 6 years, Rowey.
Good on you, Johnny.
Thanks, fellas.
I'm proud of you, Johnny. How's this text? Afternoon, boys. If there are no Crows in Adelaide, then who's the damn goose that named the team the Crows?
Don't get another bird involved, for God's sake. It'll be really confusing.
Port supporter.
Oh, Mark. Good on you, love.
God bless her.
Classic. I love that.
Hello,
stuff.
Gregory Peck.
I thought that one was better. Hey, boys.
Hang on, Greg.
If you really want to know the answer, ring Big Bird. G'day,
Greg. I reckon you've been doing this for quite a while because what I reckon is quite often they'll say, here's Stephen Rowe on the Crows, and now they're just about to change it and they're just about to say Stephen Rowe raving on. And you've been doing that for ages.
Very well played, Greg.
How long did it take you to come up with that one, Gregory? You're laughing at your own jokes. You're as bad as Juniper. You can't laugh at your own jokes.
I wanted to thank you guys too for the Melbourne Cup sweep the other day. I wasn't available when you rang.
Oh, you're the winner.
That's right.
You did too. How lucky's that, Greg?
How'd you go, mate? That was pretty good.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't believe it. number 11 has been a favourite number of mine. It was my granddaughter's favourite number, but she passed away a little while ago. She was only very young, but it was her favourite number. And when you gave me number 11, I thought, this could be an omen. But, you know, and believe it or not, at the races on Saturday, there was a horse from Port Lincoln, 100 to 1, that was number 11, and I had a few bucks each way on that, and it ran second.
Wow.
Good work.
Greg, you're on fire, mate. Go and get a lottery ticket. Powerball, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Well done.
See you, buddy. Well done.
I love our listeners. Unique Homestyle Food Text. So, Rowey, don't worry. How many tigers are there in Melbourne or lions in Brisbane?
That's on the back of Julie's. I like that.
That's good.
It's getting silly now. 3 minutes to 6.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
SA's biggest cover-up is about to be uncovered. Who's at the centre of it?
Walco, of course. Summer is on its way. Time to think about waking up your sleepy pool and getting set for good times. Beat the rush now and organise your Walco pool blanket. It'll keep your pool clean and warm all summer. Plus, stop evaporation. Uncover the savings now with a Walco pool blanket. Visit walco.com.au today.
G'day everyone, Cornsey here. Now I know a great team and I see one, and the South Australian hydraulic team I rate the highest is BL Shipway. The Shipway team are the best in the business. They've been looking after your hydraulic and pneumatic needs since 1953 with brands like Ryco, Rexroth, Enerpac, Hydac, Oilpath, EasyFit and many more. If you can't get to them, they'll send a Ryco 24/7 van to you anytime, anywhere. blshipway.com.au, a South Australian team you can count on.
Get saving now with City Discount Tyres. We're offering great deals on the world's top brands in tyres, wheels, suspension and parts. Suitable for four-wheel drives, SUVs and passenger cars, including Falcon, Michelin, Pirelli, Kumho, Hankook and many more. Finance options available. Search citydiscounttires.com.au and locate your nearest dealer today. City Discount Tyres. We're driven by value.
Are you on track to meet your retirement goals or worried about the future? Retirement planning is one of the most important things you can do. With the right advice and a personalised approach from Guardian Wealth Solutions, you can feel confident knowing you've prepared for the future you want. Jackie from Guardian Wealth Solutions will work with you to build a secure future that's right for you. The right advice now will ensure that your retirement years are not just comfortable but truly enjoyable. GuardianWealthSolutions.com.au.
Phantom Screens are the only manufacturer that make outdoor blinds up to 12 metres long. More than enough for an outdoor entertainment kitchen, a petting zoo, most of a bowling alley, and a historically accurate Viking longbow. Since 1995, Phantom Screens have been improving homes with top quality, powder-coated, aluminium-framed, retractable screens. Whatever space you have, there's a Phantom Screen for you at phantomscreens.com.au.
Online, on DAB Digital Radio, and on 1395 AM. Talking Adelaide. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Down to 15 tonight, sunny tomorrow 26. With the 6 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher.
Control Air, Australia's commercial refrigeration and air conditioning experts. Visit controlairaustralia.com.au.
There was a court appearance today for the man accused of stabbing a 23-year-old man at a hostel in the city on Friday night. A secrecy order was placed on the suspect's identity. The victim, Lewis Parkin, died later in hospital. There was no application for bail. The accused will remain in custody for several months at this stage. Australia's highest military honour has been given to a former army private who ran into enemy fire during the Vietnam War. Richard Norden will receive a posthumous Victoria Cross for his actions, which saved a wounded commander's life. Private Norden later died in a motorbike accident while serving with ACT Police. Governor-General Samantha Mostyn has spoken with his widow to tell her the news.
I conveyed the appreciation of all Australians for Private Norden's service, our admiration for his courage, and our hope that this recognition, our nation's highest, brings a further sense of pride and affirmation that he will never be forgotten.
The state government will introduce legislation this week to officially ban political donations. Changes to the legislation will prohibit the giving and receiving of electoral donations and gifts to political parties, MPs and candidates. It will also impose mandatory expenditure caps on parties, candidates and third parties. South Australia wants to continue to host the Gather Round once the current deal ends after 2026. Games for 2025 have been announced. They'll be played at the Adelaide Oval, Norwood and in the Barossa for the first time. It'll be close with Hawthorn playing Port Adelaide on the Sunday night. SA Premier Peter Malinauskas says he wants to keep the showpiece event.
The truth is the AFL can take Gather Round to other places of the country. There are other places of the country that want it. So we've got to earn the right. And so we are determined to make sure that we do continue to improve it and evolve.
A few red faces at Mattel. They printed the wrong web address on packaging for their new Wicked dolls. The URL should say Wicked Movie, but it only says Wicked, which takes you to a page for adults only. Now turning to 5AA sport, and both SA teams are preparing for the AFLW semi-finals this weekend. The Crows play Freo at Norwood Saturday afternoon. Adelaide's Chelsea Randall proud of what the club has become.
When we first started in 2017 in the AFLW competition, everyone thought we were going to be wooden spooners, so it's nice to be able to just continue to just try and keep showing up for each other. It's such a great culture here. Just continue to keep playing more footy.
While it's Port v Hawthorn at Icon Park on Saturday night, and tickets are now on sale for both those games. Rookie Australia batter Cooper Connolly has been ruled out of the upcoming T20 match against Pakistan with a broken hand. He's been replaced by Josh Philippi. And the Socceroos are in Melbourne ahead of Thursday's World Cup qualifier against Saudi Arabia at Amy Park. Now checking 5AA traffic.
With hundreds of ways to save every day, it's better to be a member with RAA Rewards.
At Bolivar, a crash on the north-south motorway near the Bolivar interchange. Seatonburst Waterway in Tapley's Hill Road just before Trimmer Parade, and road closures are in place for the Adelaide 500. Super slow around Kent Town, East Terrace and Kettleville Terrace at the moment. Avoid if you can the Savo, and also tomorrow morning. Cameras, look out for those. Grand Junction Road, Hope Valley, and find another one today. So Donald Rabbit Drive at Brooklyn Park. Kentucky Fried Chicken presents the new Original Crispy series. It's double breaded, it's extra crispy, and it's out now. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Partly cloudy tonight, down to 15. Sunny for your Tuesday, 26. Wednesday, partly cloudy, 23. Thursday, mostly sunny, 23. Right now, it's 28 degrees. Now let's check what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Thank you, I'm Kate Collins. Tonight's headlines. The Hindley Street murder accused fronts court for the first time. A major emergency as a water tanker ploughs into a Victorian kindergarten. Adelaide pauses for Remembrance Day. And why Port fans are unhappy with next year's Gather Round fixture. And don't worry, you haven't missed the news. You can start over on 9 Now as soon as you're home.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide.
Everyday items locked in at low prices for longer. There's more ways than ever to save at Foodland.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
5 minutes after 6 here on this Monday evening. Still lots to come on the show. We're loving your calls, 8223 0000. We have another chance for you to get on the standby list for a cruise to Singapore, all thanks to Phil Hoffman Travel, our Cuta call, not too far away. We'll hear from Premier Peter Malinauskas as well with the Gather Round fixture announced earlier today, and we'll get to your calls shortly for that $50 Pounds voucher.
Well, the old Adelaide Crows, my team fell agonisingly 7 points short Friday night to North Melbourne. It was a quarter-final. It was at Icon Park. But, Timmy, we got a double chance.
Second chance, exactly right.
Joining us is Hannah Munyon. Hannah, thanks for your time.
Hey guys, how you going? Thanks for having me.
The scoreline looks close. Was it close?
Yeah, felt pretty close. Yeah, definitely played our better half in the first half, but definitely felt like a close game, and yeah, a good one at that, but yeah, unfortunate to get the loss.
So it was 5-8 to 5-1, so they had 7 more shots. I watched the second quarter. We had 10-1 inside 50s for that quarter, but we just couldn't convert. It's sort of like been a tale or a trend of the year, hasn't it?
A little bit, yeah. We've just not been able to either execute or get deep enough entries to have shots on goal. So a little bit disappointing, but something we'll work on throughout this week and hopefully be able to execute and have some more shots on goal this week.
Yeah, it's been a work on. We've had Doc on a number of times. He said he was working on it during pre-season. I mean, we're now into the finals. Is it something you're confident you can turn around?
Yeah, I think we've shown, I think we worked on it a fair bit going into a couple of the games, like Collingwood game, GWS game. We were able to really hit the scoreboard and, I guess execute those goals. And I think that comes down to getting the deep entries. And sometimes we come away from that thinking, trying to be a bit too cute sometimes. I do think it's something that we can turn around if we just fix up a few things. It's just, clearing our minds a bit so that, we can get those deeper entries and score.
Hey, Hannah, Garner and Riddell, we know they're good players, but they both have big numbers and 10 clearances apiece. Is there any talk of any run with roles as such, or you guys don't play to that?
There's talk of it, and I think once the game kind of starts, plans kind of change, and we went into the game without having a tight tag on those players, and they are very good players, and I guess we've also got very good midfielders, so you don't want to take that away from any of our mid games, looking forward, if we come up against them again, it might be something we look into, but for that game it wasn't really a tight tag that we were looking into, but kind of just seeing if we could put them away with the midfielders that we had in there at the time.
Chelsea Randall's game, that inspirational run down and tackle, turns quickly, doesn't worry about getting any accolades for that, picks it up quickly, gets it on, and you get the goal out of it. I mean, that's the way she plays. I thought it was inspirational. Yeah,
absolutely. I've been reflecting on it this week, actually, and just how cool it is to be able to play with Chelsea Randall. And, she never doesn't give it her absolute everything. Like, every time she goes at the ball, she's got her head over the ball and just, not really having a care for herself and just wanting the best of the team. So it's pretty awesome to be able to play with her.
No, what is it with North? They beat us at Nord this year. I think it was 1 point at the prelim last year. Now they've got us again. We're not their bunny, are we, Hannah?
Getting close to win.
We are.
No. We'll get them eventually when it really matters, I hope.
Yeah. That rushed point in the first quarter, they got paid deliberate, cost us a goal and momentum. I mean, I don't know how you answer this, Hannah, but I mean, I know it wasn't there. We all know in football. Hannah's laughing, and so are you.
Yeah,
it wasn't there.
Refer it to the club.
God, that was frustrating, Hannah.
Yeah, look, it was frustrating, and I think we're seeking a bit of clarification. But it's good to realise that that's not what lost us the game, I suppose, and there's things that are within our control that we could have done better, but a frustrating one.
Well, let's look forward. I've got one wish from you this week, Hannah. We've got Fremantle, Nord Oval, Setnava. It'll be live and local on 5AA. Sammy will be calling it. I'd like you to keep them goalless again. There you are.
Yeah, that would be great.
Well, they did.
I know.
39-6. They kicked 6 points.
6 points, I think. Yeah.
Do it again and have another crack in the prelim.
What wins for you? Defensive action or scoring?
If you were to
pick one, don't give me balance. Just if you were to pick one, what's going to win it for you this year? Because you can't keep doing what you're doing. What's going to win it for you this year?
Yeah, I guess we need to capitalise on the scoreboard. I think, you can't win unless you score. So, that's definitely something we need to do. But, we're pretty lucky. We've got some great defenders who are going to do their job either way. But, we do need to score. So, hopefully we can capitalise this week.
Injury-wise, everybody got through okay. I think, was it Danielle Ponta just had a bit of a knock there? She all right?
No, she had an ankle last week, but she got through the game fine, and everyone's looking good. So rock up tonight
Full squad.
Get to it. Yep.
Well, Hannah, have a great week on the track. It's the first semi-final. It's this Saturday versus FIVEAA. It's at Nord Oval. 3:05 is the bounce. It'll be live on 5AA. Thanks for your time.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
LA Crows AFLW gun, Hannah Munyard, our guest.
And the other AFLW final was Port Adelaide v Richmond. It was Port Adelaide by 24 points in pretty hot conditions, and it was a hot-looking game. It was fantastic. And we're going to get one of their stars of the show, Abby Daldrick. G'day, Abby.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Abby, that was a great performance. It was a gutsy performance because it was hot conditions, wasn't it? I could see a lot of the girls, with the tongues hanging out and getting a bit of cramp, but you got through well.
Oh, yeah, certainly. It was, she said it was hot out there, but it took all 4 quarters to get the job done, but yeah, it was a stinker.
What I loved about it was a really good contest, and there was a couple of really good pieces of open play. I know they got over the back of us one, I think in the third term, and kicked a goal, and we got over the back of them and got one as well. But the game itself was just a delight to watch.
Yeah, no, it was. It was, as I said, it was pretty full on the whole game. But, they come out and kicked, I think, the first goal in a few quarters. But I think it was just us just putting our heads down and, if they can kick one, then why can't we?
What I loved about it was they came at you a couple of times, and even in that third term, I think they came at you, hit the front, and then we kicked the next 3 goal. And it was just such I suppose, going into 3/4 time, everybody was up and about because of that.
Yeah, I guess we can definitely give it to the Alberton crowd as well. They're phenomenal every week. I mean, the past two weeks we've had over 5,000 people, I think. So, it's been... That definitely helps get us over the line, I think.
That is sensational. And I am familiar with that Alberton crowd. They're very parochial. You said about getting at it. I loved our midfield, and yourself included in that. I just love the way you guys go around it. Kirsty Lamb and, of course, Mullaney and the like. You guys are just boring in at the football all the time.
Yeah, certainly. We've put a lot of effort and time into our midfield structure this year. Big thanks to Dan Merritt for that one. But yeah, we've got a few balls, and as you said, Lammy and Maz, they get in and under and read the taps very well, and we just try to share it around as much as we can.
Well, you're a ball too, Abby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
loves it.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to the other one.
Nah, come on, Abby, get those tusks out. Hey, you're back from injury. Were you injured last week?
Yeah, a bit sore.
Okay.
Just had a little jab in my hip, but a bit stiff. But I couldn't say I was probably sore like the rest of the girls.
Abby, don't have too many of those injections in your hip when you get to my age. You'll have to have it replaced.
Yeah, I'll try not to. I'll keep that one in mind.
Was that cortisone or?
Yeah, cortisone. Yeah,
Abby, we need to talk enough. You'll end up. Hey, the team's won 7 straight. You're the form team of the comp, Abby.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible. I've been going from 2 wins last year and 1 in the first. It's I'm speechless every time that last siren goes and we've won another game. It's unbelievable.
I was watching it on 7 and they interviewed your coach, one of the assistants and the players, and the key words to come out is, yep, you got belief, you know you're good enough, but you're talking about connection. There's a real connection amongst you at the moment, Abby, which is great.
Yeah, no, you can definitely feel that. We put the effort in our pre-season. It was something that we really wanted to build on, done quite a lot of sessions in that department, and you can just feel it amongst the group, and it's a big thing at Port Adelaide, as I'm sure you'd know, to get around everyone all the time.
Excellent. Hey, Abby, Cheyenne Hammond, I thought a run-with role on Conti was really pivotal.
Oh, yeah, Hammo, she's an awesome footy player as well as awesome chick, and she had the job on Conti, and I think I think the commentator said she wore her like a glove, and I think she did exactly that. She was great. It
was a great job. Ange Foley showed all of her experience. I thought she was so important at times with a cool head and just her classy use of the football.
Oh, she certainly was. Ange, she's great down there. She really navigates the back line, but I think credit to all the girls down there. We have a really solid back line, as Borgie to Tegan and Ebony. They're all phenomenal.
Yeah, and they're courageous too. Ebony
certainly.
O'Day sometimes just, whoa, wow, don't do that, Ebony.
Yeah, she forgets there's other players out there sometimes.
What was that nickname, Boogie or Borgie, did you say?
Borgie, sorry, Emily Borg.
So we've got Borg and we've got a Bogue as well.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, Hawthorn this week, I think they've only dropped 1 game for the year. You've done your scouting on them for this match?
I've watched pretty much every game, but I think we'll get the homework done on them tomorrow and a bit on Wednesday, and then just crack into what we have to get done. But credit to them, they've as you said, they've been phenomenal all year, and they're a fast attacking, high scoring team. So it's going to take another 4 quarters to get that job done.
All you need is one of their big mouths to make a comment about flying somewhere, and then the coach comes in like a big pilot with the arms out and.
Don't think that's Janelle's style, but you're getting good mileage out of your tools as well. I mean, Ashley Saint, Gemma Houghton, Julia Teakle, they're all hitting the scoreboard.
Oh, they certainly are. We have a very damaging across all positions on the field, but our forward line is great, and it was great to have Teach back out there. I'm glad her knee's holding up well for her, and as you said, good height across the board.
And the fact that we, scored 11 goals, 6 was just, it was just sensational. The way you went about it and the movement of the ball. I think it's the best game I've seen the girls play.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was our best, at least one of our best games that we've put forward. And I think that's what's exciting about women's footy, is that it's only just going to keep getting better as time goes on. It's very exciting.
And one player, Caitlin Wendland. Wow, she's so sure with the ball, so clean, and I loved her crumb and left foot snap was just great timing. We needed it, but gee, she's a clean player. She's got a big future at only 21.
No, she certainly does. I think she's very underrated. She is, but love Wendy. She just goes about her business, and as you said, nice and silky and clean, and puts the shows on the board.
Yeah.
Abby, we ran out of time. Timmy mentioned 18 of your players. Can we make an apology to the 4 that he missed?
I was so impressed with all of them.
hey, have a ripper against Hawthorn. The last 7 weeks have been great. You're right up your eyeballs in this
keep
comp.
winning
Get it right.
Abby.
Well
keep
done.
winning.
We will. Thank you very much.
Excellent. That's Abby Dowrick, of course, one of the stars for Port Adelaide in the midfield. A great win over Richmond by 24 points. They now take on Hawthorn over there.
You were there, weren't you?
Yeah, I love it. And
that's a
what I
good
said.
crowd.
They were difficult conditions. Hot. They toughed it out, but they were hungry for the contest. That's
they
what I
keep coming back, Richmond.
And their tackling was superb. But my apologies to the 4 I didn't mention.
Well, it was incredible. It was the highest scoring AFLW final combined by the two teams, 120 points across it, 18 goals. So it was a great game of footy. So the 2 semi-finals will be live on 5AA on Saturday. The winner of Crows Freo take on the Lions in a prelim final, and the winner of the Hawks and Power will meet the Kangaroos in a prelim as well. 18 after 6.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
As news breaks across the morning, Jade Robert will be reporting live from the streets of Adelaide for 5AA Breakfast. If it's happening in our city, Jade will be there giving us all the details. Don't miss Jade Robert on the road thanks to Dutton's. Family owned for 75 years. Easy to do business with.
There's some big players in the solar energy market, but it's important to remember that bigger isn't always better. At BJ Energy, we're big enough to supply trusted brands like SolarEdge and small enough to take the time to listen. We don't bulk sell solar packages. We'll work with you to find out what you need and what you can expect to save. We can even move you away from gas and electrify your entire home. Visit bjenergy.com.au for a free, no pressure, no obligation quote.
For 40 years, Medicare has been the cornerstone of the Australian healthcare system. Now we're investing in Medicare's future to make it stronger, with more investment in bulk billing, enhanced support for mental health, and more urgent care clinics. So whether you need a GP often or just now and then, Medicare's here to keep you and your family healthy, now and in the future. Learn more about Medicare benefits at medicare.gov.au/stronger. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Well, there aren't many firsts these days, but here's one. The first kitchen warehouse store in South Australia has opened. And if you're into cooking, you're going to want to make it the first place you visit. Check out the latest from brands like Le Creuset, KitchenAid, Magimix, Scanpan and more at unbeatable prices. And if you're not sure what you need, just chat to the friendly team and they'll be happy to help. Kitchen Warehouse, now open at Jeps Cross Home HQ. Check out what they've got at kitchenwarehouse.com.au.
Hi, I'm Jo. I'm a registered nurse and I work with St Louis Home Care as a clinical care coordinator.
St Louis was started by my great-grandmother and is one big happy family with lovely staff just like Jo.
The people that work for St Louis are very loving and caring.
Whether it's personal care, preparing meals, shopping, home maintenance or social activities, we help people stay at home for longer.
If you're interested, come and join us.
Google St Louis Home Care today.
Whatever your path, Australian Super is committed to delivering the best super experience, helping members like Warwick.
Look at the numbers, understand it, get in control of it. The sooner you start, the better.
Whatever your path, we're with you. It's Australian, it's super, and it's yours. Visit australiansuper.com/yourpath. Read the PDS and TMD at australiansuper.com.
For over 12,000 South Australians, the most important meal of the day is from Meals on Wheels. Behind the meals and behind the wheels are our wonderful volunteers, like our drivers who deliver the delicious meals to our customers.
Amanda, hello.
If you love driving, we could do with you.
Smells delicious.
Become a volunteer today and help us keep the wheels turning.
See you tomorrow, Chris.
Visit mealsonwheelsa.org.au for details.
Everyday items locked in at low prices for longer. There's more ways than ever to save at Foodland.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
22 minutes after 6.
Good afternoon, passengers. Please have your boarding pass and identification ready.
All right, call in now, 82230055. You can get on the standby list.
Turn this song up. Hot-blooded Check and See. Got a fever of 103. Good song.
Foreigner.
Love that band. Hot-blooded Check and See.
That's it. Good work.
You don't like me singing, do you?
No, I don't mind it.
Hot off the press.
Hot off the press.
Reagan, for those that don't know,
Yes.
but most do because she's become a meme, Reagan is an Australian breakdancer, finished absolutely stone motherless, butt naked last in the Paris Olympics.
But the most famous.
Put short, she was embarrassing. She embarrassed me, our crest, the green and gold. She was just dead set, shouldn't have been there, all that sort of stuff. In actual fact, when an Australian gets drunk, and generally when we do on our boat, we generally break out into what's called a ray gun pose. So it's just the standing up, you do the dead kangaroo with the arms up in the air, and in actual fact, I'll tell you something, this is a true fact, you can Google this. I told everyone not to Google it, but Google it. There's an NFL cornerback that plays for Minnesota, Cam Bonham, who got a touchdown. It was quite an amazing touchdown. He actually said to the team, wait.
Went into the full routine?
He went into the full ray gun routine. The full ray gun routine.
This is what I say.
Finishing with
She's
the
well
big,
famous.
The big dead kangaroo up in the stance. The dead kangaroo.
She is world famous, and
she is.
And like I said,
for being a peanut.
But it was a very tactical move. I think.
Why? What? No, she's not that smart.
Name the gold medalist then in breakdancing.
Don't know.
No,
but Timmy,
that
is a disgrace. That is exactly right. Anyway, there was talk last week she might retire.
Well, we announced it, didn't we? Hot off the press.
We did.
Retire.
I said rightly so. Hot off the press. Well, hang on.
Never used the word retire, but, it just caught on to the news cycle.
So you're not retiring?
I'm not retiring.
Oh, newsflash, everybody. Reagan, it remains.
It deserves this. Crank it up. What? Reagan's not retiring.
How can you? That is only for special occasions and special wins.
No, this is special. She's not retiring.
But victories. This is for victories. I mean,
that's a victory unto itself. She's back.
I thought it was more of a miscommunication myself.
Reagan
on whether she was retiring or not, but
has not left the building.
I'll not go on Chelsea Dagger on that one.
She is back in the building.
Yeah, well, that's
never left the building.
Interesting, but
there
considering it won't be at the next Olympics,
there are more drunken.
Certainly won't be at the Commonwealth Games because nothing's at the Commonwealth Games.
The Crows. This is how big she is, Reagan. She's massive, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, she is. She's the biggest sporting thing in this country. I don't know what sort of bloody money she'd be earning, but good luck to her because she's brilliant at what she does.
All the talk
shows.
The best.
She's the best in Australia at what she does.
Correct.
This is how big she was. The Crows got a logo last week. Massive.
Oh, no.
They turned the logo sideways and it looked very similar to Reagan's drunken meme of the shot dead kangaroo roadkill.
Gee whiz,
that's how big she is.
I've got the logo here, actually.
Can we get her on?
Sure.
Would she come onto our show?
Probably not. No.
Reagan?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm a fan.
Interesting one. I'm interested in the psychology of what she did.
You know what? When we got Quota on the boat, we broke out into a Reagan.
So it's going to be a thing now.
It's a thing. It's a meme. It's a thing. She's a thing.
Bit like Eagle Rock when people drop their pants
drop
and
their
dance
decks.
around.
Ray gun.
You can't be taken out of folklore, can you?
I think it's
She
something
is
we
folklore.
She is now folklore.
It's something we can live without.
Who's that? Daryl Braithwaite sings that horses
Horses,
thing?
yeah.
It's like that. It's massive.
It's like horses.
And Timmy.
Oh, my
Now, what's your
goodness.
story? That was mine.
That's the end of my story.
You
Actually.
haven't
Thank
got
you.
a story. We haven't got time. We've got to get to the break because the Premier's not too far away. And just quickly, congrats to Janelle from Mawson Lakes. You are on your way, or rather, in the standby list for the amazing Silver Sea Luxury Cruise.
Ooh,
All
beauty.
thanks to Phil Hoffman Travel.
Congratulations, just for listening in.
2 chances every day going forward, creating moments you'll never forget. Visit pht.com.au.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
The Libs have had their posters cut down by the Electoral Commission at the Hallett Cove pre-poll. So the voting starts today in the Black by-election for people who want to get in early.
So you can only put them up